This is Grayson County Cougar football on K105. Tonight's Cougar football contest is sponsored by Future Designs Building Materials, Midway Pharmacy, Owensboro Health, Twin Lakes Medical Center, Scotty's Contracting, and Stone, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, Your Global Getaway, and by Grayson County School.
In Kentucky football, rivalries aren't just games. They're traditions. For half a century, Grayson County and Edmonson County have clashed under the Friday night lights, their battles measured in sweat, pride, and the tobacco stick. Tonight in Brownsville, the series stands tied at 24 wins apiece. The Cougars ride 6 straight victories, but past records mean nothing when neighbors meet as rivals. 1 trophy, 1 winner. This is more than football. This is the Tobacco Bowl. And a good evening and welcome inside the broadcast booth here at Edmonson County High School for tonight's coverage of Cougar football on K105. Sam Gormley and the former Cougar offensive lineman John Decker joining us here on the coverage this year. John, welcome to the K105 crew.
Thanks, Sam. It's been a pleasure.
Very excited here about the Tobacco Bowl. You played in this rivalry. You've been a fan in this rivalry. You know it just means a little bit more than the rest on this schedule.
Yes, it does. Most of these kids you're friends with, you go hang out together sometime during the off season, and it just means more.
It just means more. It's like the SEC, right? It just means more here. And this is a great matchup. It is the 49th all-time matchup between these two squads. Grayson County has won 24 of them. Edmonson County has won 24 of them. So it is a rubber match to a true extent here tonight. Last year, Grayson County finished with a 9-3 record. Consecutive 9-win seasons for only the 3rd time in program history. In the last 2 years, the Cougars have won 19 games, which is the 2nd most in a 2-year stretch. Cougars have dominated this series as of late, 6 straight overall, which ties the longest streak by either side, the 90s for Edmonson County. Edmonson County 6-5, lost in the first round of the playoffs. They have not beaten the Cougars since 2017. Coming up on our Locker Room Show, brought to you by our friends at Hometown Hangout, we'll introduce you to both squads. We'll talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Brian Jones, and have Decker's details, the keys to the game. That comes up and more as this is the Tobacco Bowl right here on K105.
Ready to make a splash for a cause? Join the Ducking Hunger Regatta at Litchfield Aquatic Center, Monday, September 1st. Every $5 ticket supports the Grayson County Alliance Food Pantry. And with only 2,000 tickets available, your odds are better than ever. Plus, you could win the grand prize of $1,000. Dive in and help us float toward a hunger-free community. Visit gc-alliance.com to secure your ticket today. Help us paddle against hunger.
Measles cases are on the rise, but there's good news. The MMR vaccine is the safest way to protect yourself and your community from measles, mumps, and rubella. Measles isn't just a rash. It can lead to serious health issues like pneumonia and brain swelling, even in healthy kids. That's why doctors recommend 2 MMR doses for lifelong protection. And cost shouldn't be a barrier. Many vaccines are free, even without insurance. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. This message is paid for by Kentucky Voices for Health, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Cougar football on K105.
It's the 49th annual Tobacco Bowl here from Brownsville, Kentucky. Sam Gormley and John Decker with you. On a absolutely picture-perfect night, this is the Locker Room Show brought to you by Hometown Hangout. Make sure to stop by and see them before, during, and after every Grayson County game this year. For Edmonson County, 6-5 record, Tristan Muse returns as a starting quarterback. Not known as a thrower, but a big guy will pass. He passed for, or will run the ball. So he passed for just under 300 yards last year and ran for just under 300 yards, but he's added some more size and some more weight, which could allow him to run over some players this year. And Grayson County's got to be a little cognizant of that for a bigger running back, John.
Yes, they do. I noticed down on the field a while ago, he's a lot bigger than he was last year.
Blaine DeWeese and Colton White are the two main running backs. DeWeese, a very, very quick running back, and as a quick back, they're going to try and get him out into space, and for your linebackers, you got to be cognizant of where he is at all times tonight for Grayson County.
Yeah, you've got to have someone kind of spine, and then you got to keep contained.
You must have been coached by Kevin Embry. I think you have been, have you?
I played defensive end for Kevin Embry, and I've been preached that a few times.
Will Saling is the leading returning catcher. He only had 4 catches last year. Edmonson looking to replace quite a bit on the offensive side of the ball. Defensive-wise, they averaged giving up about 26 points a game. Tristan Muse, he's the linebacker also for this Edmonson County team. He is a great middle linebacker. Edmonson County has a pair of really good linebackers the Cougars are going to have to keep an eye on. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll introduce you to the Cougars. After this is Cougar football right here on K105.
Paying for your student's college can feel overwhelming. Scholarships and grants help, but they might not cover everything. That's where the Kentucky Advantage Parent Loan comes in. With competitive low interest rates and no application, late, or other fees, the Kentucky Advantage Parent Loan offers a smooth and affordable solution. Owned and managed by a state-based nonprofit lender, we're committed to helping families like yours. Apply today and take the next step in supporting their dreams. Visit KentuckyAdvantageLoan.com or call 800-988-6333 to learn more.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family. Close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
Okay, time to see if I got it.
Yes!
It is my honor to welcome you to the class of 2029. See you, teacher! Congratulations and welcome to the Big Blue Nation! Everyone deserves a bright future. Find your future at futurity.org.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Edmonson County High School. The Cougars and Wildcats just mere moments away from getting underway. We're a little over 20 minutes away from kickoff. This Grayson County squad, Jake Bratcher, the new starting quarterback, getting his first career start tonight. And John, I don't know that there's more pressure than getting your first career start against Edmonson County. But, Jake, you saw him in the scrimmages. He looked really good.
He did. He threw the ball really well, and he handled the offense really well, I thought.
And that's important.
It's very important.
Very simple for him. And then it's also very helpful when you can turn around and hand the ball to number 3, Caden Hanshaw, who enters a little over 100 yards from 3,000 for his career. And this is his first game of his junior season. He is an excellent running back. And it's not just him back there. You've got Ethan Mudd as well. Cougars got some weapons on this offense.
They do. And, we got a few younger guys that could look really good.
It's going to be really exciting when you go onto the outside and you see Shane Hall, who looked really good in the scrimmage last week, and Caden Tyner.
Yes.
He's my guy to watch this year, of a guy who is just going to out-athlete some guys for Grayson County and some opponents, because not necessarily the biggest guy in the world, but shifty.
Very athletic.
Very athletic. This Grayson County defense, coached by Kevin Embry, you know a Kevin Embry defense is going to be well coached. They're going to know their assignments.
Yes.
And they're going to keep what's the
They're going
word?
to keep contained.
Contain. That's right. That's the word.
If not, they're going to sit on the bench.
What is a Kevin Embry defense to you?
You're more likely going to be a 3-4 defense, and you're going to keep contained and kind of box everything up in the middle.
It's that simple, and Grayson County's going to have to do that tonight against an Edmonson County team that their goal is going to be to get mismatches. They're going to outpopulate, trying to get one side, and they're trying to get more blockers on one side to the other. And when you do that, your linebackers have to be good tonight for this Grayson County squad. We're going to take a break. This is the Hometown Hangout Locker Room Show. When we come back, we're going to talk to the man himself, Brian Jones, get his thoughts on the matchup. This is Cougar Football right here on K105.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out that self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health.
Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
You complete me. Together we're one. I never want to be without you. Together's more fun. Together we're one.
Cougar Football on K.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley joined now by Coach Brian Jones with the Grayson County Cougars. Good to see you again. Good to be back for playing football. Last 2 years, only one 2-year stretch in the history of the program has had more wins. How has that helped you in growing the vision for the program?
I think it's just setting a standard, an expectation. I think our boys, they expect to do well. They expect to compete. I think we've created a standard, a culture of how we do things, how we're going to work in the weight room, our preparation, and different things like that. I think it's now become more of a routine of just how we do things, how we go about business. To me, that's probably the biggest thing that we've seen is every year the group just kind of comes and knows what the expectation is and what we're going to do in the off season, what we're going to do in the winter, what we're doing leading up to the season. There's no surprises. It's just kind of about who we are now.
You've had two different types of scrimmages. One was, it wasn't a 7-on-7, but it was more of a 7-on-7-esque where you were playing 40 yards in, and then you'd one that was as close to real football as you're going to get. What'd you learn in those games?
I thought we looked pretty good, to be honest with you. Scrimmages are unique because you do some things that you wouldn't normally do. The first set was 10 plays on offense, 10 plays on defense, and that's not real football. There's no down and distance. But I thought we looked really good during that. I thought the kids competed real hard. The energy was great. And then, we went up to Bullitt Central, and I felt like we picked up right where we left off with Spencer and looked incredibly good. And then, the Bullitt Central, when we flipped over to them, that's kind of where for me, we did some things that we wouldn't do in a real game. We got our first possession, we moved the ball a little bit and then get behind the sticks and in our own territory go for it on fourth down. And we wouldn't do that in a real game and give them a short field when it took several plays for them to score from there. So I thought our defense really held ground well. And then, again, I thought we moved the ball really, really well. I would think that we probably outgained them as far as yardage goes through that scrimmage. They ended with a score, we didn't. But, I think I was pleasantly pleased, actually, with where we were. I think we had some question marks going into the season, replacing that senior class that we lost that was very talented. And I think we've answered some of those. I'll be excited to get that tonight into a real game and a big atmosphere with Edmonson County. And, and that just to continue to build through this season, because I felt like this early in the season we looked pretty good in the scrimmages.
One of those seniors you have to replace is the 2-year starting quarterback who passed for back-to-back 1,000 yards. Doesn't happen around here. And Colby Chafin's Jake Bratcher slides into that role. What have you seen from him?
I think he's done a great job of kind of just managing the game. I think he was 8 for 8, his first 8 passes at Spencer County, 6 of 10 out here against, the 3 scrimmages we had here, the 3 little, whatever you want to call them, 10 and 10s. And, so I thought he's done a good job, made good decisions. I think he's still got to improve some in our option game. But, he's done what we need him to do as far as playing the quarterback position for us. And I think the area that he's probably grown the most is leadership. He's kind of been in a backup role, and a backup quarterback, he's just kind of in the shadows. And he's really stepped into that, managing the offense, controlling the huddle, and those kind of things really, really well. And I think our kids have fed off of that, and I've been really pleased with how his summer has went in the lead up to the season.
One of the other positions I know you need to replace is Grayson Chafin's on the offensive side of the ball, who had over 700 receiving yards. I'm not sure that's ever happened in the history of the Cougar football program in one season. And 2 guys that really stood out to me, at least the preseason, is Shane Hall and Caden Tyner. What do you see from them offensively?
I think Shane Hall is probably one of the coolest stories that I've been around with football. Was starting to get a chance, an opportunity 2 years ago, and had what I would call a catastrophic injury up at Moore. Has the rod put in his leg and what have you. That was his first year playing football. And I think it would be really easy to kind of walk away there and just say, not for me. And he's battled back, saw some time last year kind of behind Grayson, both offensively and defensively. And, I think has just worked his tail off to get back to be as good as he can be, as strong as he can be, as fast as he can be. And he's had some rough days, I think, through all this of nagging things that have come as side effects of his injury. He's had some days where he just seems like he can't catch anything, but he just never quits. Just keeps battling, keeps working. He's one of the guys that, will show up here on a Sunday with the quarterback and throw on their own and those kind of things. And he's had some really key moments for us in our scrimmages, some big 3rd and longs and things like that where he's made the catch and got yards after the catch and picked up first downs. And so to me, it's just an awesome story from start to finish for him. And I'm excited for him to have a big year. And then Caden Tyner is probably one of the best athletes we have in our building. It's just pure athleticism. So he's a great addition to our program. From that standpoint, he'll play both sides of the ball for us. Somebody that we've got to find ways to get the ball in his hands, and he can be dangerous.
Rivalry games, emotions are going to ride high. And, I'm a firm believer that can be a good thing. And usually the team that makes it a good thing is the team that wins the game. How do you as a coach help make sure that the emotions of this game are used in a positive instead of a negative for you all tonight?
Well, I think the dangerous thing for us is that we've kind of been in control of this rivalry for the last several years. And so it's a unique game when we go there. They play at a much higher level. I think back to the game 2 years ago there, our first 2 possessions, we march right down and score. And I think a lot of people would think, this is going to be our game from start to finish. And we never score again. And they pick up a score and then have the ball late in the fourth quarter with an opportunity to tie it or win, and force us to make some big plays to really wrap it up for us. But, I think on paper most people would have just picked us to win that game favorably. But down there it's different. It's unique. They feed off their home atmosphere, and so we got to be conscientious about not overlooking this, because with it being a rivalry game, Grayson can be really good and Edmonson can be average, and it's going to be a great game. Or flip that around. There's years that Edmonson was really good and Grayson was pretty average, and it's a good game. So we got to be prepared for 4 quarters, 48 minutes of football.
What do you see from them this year, and how do you make sure the tobacco stick gets kept here for a 7th straight time?
I think they got 2 really, really good inside linebackers that play downhill, make a lot of plays defensively. And then I think they've got a tremendous athlete in the DeWeese kid. And when he gets in space, he's dangerous. He can motor. So, we're going to have to do a good job of getting to linebackers on blocks and things like that. And then we're going to have to keep him corralled, because if he gets loose, he's the kind of player that can go 80 on anybody. So, assignment football, they're going to try to run some options and unbalanced formations and get us outnumbered and things like that. So we got to get lined up and do your job, and I think if everybody does that, we'll be okay.
Coach, good luck. More comes up on the Locker Room Show, brought to you by Hometown Hangout after this.
For each life moment, your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. Your kids may be eligible now, even if you've applied before. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Get started now at insurekidsnow.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a Future Designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMeister for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at SOHD.info.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
I crave adventures that spark joy and create memories. Sailing the seas with Royal Caribbean or exploring the magic of Disney parks. And with your global getaway, my dreams are expertly crafted. From all-inclusive Caribbean resorts to tailor-made itineraries, Mark turns wanderlust into reality. Why settle for ordinary when you can have extraordinary?
Your Global Getaway. Expertise in unforgettable vacations. Call Mark at 270-296-0106 or visit yourglobalgetaway.com. Start living your travel dreams today.
Yes, start living your travel dreams today.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Brownsville, Kentucky, where Grayson County and Edmonson County are less than 5 minutes away from kickoff. Looks like the Cougars have won the toss. They're going to want the football. It's now time for Decker's Details, the keys to the game for the Cougars here tonight.
Sam, I think with replacing 2 or 3 seniors on the offensive line, I think the offensive line is the main thing, and keeping Jake Bratcher, our new quarterback, upright. And Jake just coming in and running the offense the way he can and the way he did in the preseason. And on defense, keep contained, and the secondary is going to get tested a little more than they normally would against Edmonson County tonight, I think. We are replacing several guys in the secondary, so good secondary play and good offensive line play will be the keys to the game tonight.
It's that simple. Grayson County and Edmonson County, the Tobacco Bowl edition number 49. Series is tied 24-24. One of these teams is going to get the edge. And maybe more importantly, one of these teams will have the tobacco stick at the end of the night. We'll find out next who that is. This has been the Hometown Hangout Locker Room Show right here on K105.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out that self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health.
Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
You complete me. Together we're one. I never want to be without you. Together's more fun. Together we're one.
This is Grayson County Cougar football on K105. Tonight's Cougar football contest is sponsored by Future Designs Building Materials, Midway Pharmacy, Owensboro Health, Twin Lakes Medical Center, Scotty's Contracting, and Stone, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, Your Global Getaway, and by Grayson County School.
Welcome to Brownsville, Kentucky for the 49th Annual Tobacco Bowl. Sam Gormley and John Decker with you here on the call. And John, you can feel it in the air. It is perfect football weather. Cougars have won the toss. They say, hey, we want the football to open up the new year.
Let's smash them in the mouth right off the bat.
In their scrimmage against Spencer County last week, the Cougars ran an 18-play drive. That sounds pretty good.
It does. That kills the quarter.
To get us going. Back deep to a turn. The opening kickoff for Grayson County's Jamison Buster and also Caden Tyner. To kick away for Edmonson County is going to be Colton White. There's triple zeros on the scoreboard, which means it's time for football in Brownsville, the season opener of the 2025 Grayson County Cougars. What a way to get us going. And here comes the kick from White. There's the whistle, and it's time for us to roll as it's a high spinning kick to the far side. Buster will grab it at his own 12-yard line. Takes it right up the middle of the 25 to the 30. Big hole, and he's dropped by the one player. It was the kicker, White, who brings him down up at the 39-yard line. If White wouldn't have made that tackle, it would have been a house call to open up for Grayson County.
It would have been a great way to start the season.
Grayson County's going to come out. It'll be Jake Bratcher, the new starting quarterback for Grayson County. First career start in his career, 11 of 20 passing, 151 yards, and a touchdown. What a way to open up the year, though. Great job blocking on that, and you also got to give credit to Colton White because he doesn't make that play, and it's as bad as it can get for Edmonson County to start.
Yeah, it's 6-0.
Let's see how Grayson County will open up the brand new season. They'll go in the I. Caden Hanshaw, the leading returning rusher for Grayson County, already, if not the best running back in school history. He is up there. Edmonson County loading up the box. They're showing blitz, and a whistle is blown, and we have a penalty flag thrown on the far side of the field. And this one might be on Grayson County, the fact that they blew the play dead. It's offside, called against Edmonson County. I'm surprised they blew it dead. So that'll move this ball 5 yards into the favor of Grayson County here in this scenario, and it'll be 1st down and 5. It's weird they blow the play dead there.
Yeah, that's usually a free play, so unless they make contact.
And maybe there was. It would happen on the far side of the field as the Cougars working from left to right in their brand new road white jerseys with orange numerals and their traditional navy helmets with the orange Cougar paw on each side. I formation. Bradshaw, the senior quarterback, will go under center. 2 wide receivers to the left side of the field. Hanshaw is the deep back. It'll be a pitch to Hanshaw up the far side. He's trying to hit the edge. Waits a long time to get it. He's got it, and he scurries out of bounds up near the 50-yard line, and a late penalty flag comes in. A couple of them up that far sideline. That's in the vicinity of potentially a late hit or maybe even a hold on one of the receivers on the outside. We'll see what the penalty is. Right now, it looks like a gain of about 3 or 4 yards for Hanshaw. So 2 penalties to open up, only 15 seconds into this game. It is a personal foul. Oh, no, it's holding. Called against Grayson County. That's moving the ball the wrong way for the Cougars. Had to have been, I think Shane Hall was the receiver on the outside. It'll move the ball back now to the 38-yard line. It'll be the ever-popular 1st and 12 for Grayson County. Receivers on that outside. It's hard to block out there, and holdings are going to happen, but you got to be good.
You do, but I think when he hesitated to read the hole, I think he may have just grabbed to make that block a little longer.
Ratcher will go in the gun. Hanshaw to his left, 2 to the left. 1st down and 12, and now we're going to have some motion, and I don't know if Cornwell was drawn offsides or not. He says he was. And he was. Another penalty to open us up here. We've still not run an official play here tonight. And it will now be 1st and 7.
Don't see that very often.
It's the first game of the season, they say. Yes. Ball's now moved up to the 43-yard line. Again, we've still not run an official play here in this game with 11:26 left in the first quarter. Hanshaw, the deep back, last year, over 1,500 rushing yards. He has 50 career rushing touchdowns and is a little over 100 yards away from crossing 3,000 for his career. And this is his first game of his junior year. 1st and 7 from the 43-yard line. It's a run for Mudd. He goes left side. He's got up near that 1st down marker. He'll get up to about the 50. And that should move the chains for a gain of about 6 or 7 yards for Mudd. No, maybe they're going to say it's only a 6-yard gain. Where are they going to place this?
They're going to mark him at the 49, I believe, with a 6.
To the 50. Whoa. I think they're going to say, what are we going to say, 2nd down, and it is a 1st down. They're moving the chains.
Oh, okay.
That is a 7-yard gain for Mudd up to the 50-yard line. They weren't really sure. The nose of that football, though, is just on the 50-yard line. About a minute into the game, no score between Grayson County and Edmonson County after we had a ton of penalties to open up this game. I formation. Ratcher under center. Cornwell goes in motion from the left side to the right side. Actually, it's Linton who went into motion. It's a pitch near side for Hanshaw. He fires right up the middle, and he's dropped after a pickup of about 5 yards. A host of Wildcats in there, led on the play by Jake Coates, but not before Hanshaw gets 5 yards down to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, they opened up a nice hole up the middle there, and he hit it.
So 2 nice rushes for Grayson County to open us up. 12 rushing yards to open up for Grayson County. 2nd down and 5 from the Edmonson County 45-yard line. Grayson County has had a lot of success in season openers. They've won 7 straight season openers. combined against Hancock County, Thomas Nelson, and against this Edmonson County squad. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for Grayson County. Tyner will go to the left, trips down to the near side. Bratcher in the gun with Hanshaw to his right. 9:50 remaining, 2nd down and 5. Check with me in a false start called against Grayson County. I think that might be on Tyner.
Yeah, he just leaned forward a little bit there, and he knew it instantly.
And we're going to have a timeout taken by Brian Jones right now. And honestly, John, I like this timeout. It's really sloppy right now. I think you're keeping track of the penalties. What is that, 5 already?
That is 4.
Four penalties.
4.
It just feels like 17.
It does. You know, it's the beginning of the season, new quarterback, new cadence. I think this is a good timeout.
And I'm sure Brian Jones right now is just saying, hey, what are we doing?
I'm sure that's what he's saying in that huddle.
And say, let's take a deep breath. Let's just pretend none of those happened. We'll talk about it on film, but let's just put those behind us and not let any of those penalties, because penalties can
keep adding up if it gets in your head sometimes.
It's a perfect night for football, though, here in Brownsville, Kentucky. As I'm looking right now, let's see what it even has here as the official temperature. It says 79 degrees, but now that the entire field is shaded, it's going to feel really nice as this game goes along.
Yes, it is. Not going to have to hopefully worry about any cramping tonight.
Especially after last year, week 2, down at Marshall County. It was hotter than the face of the sun at that game. Out of the timeout, that'll be 2nd and 10 for Grayson County. Ball placed at the 50-yard line. Trips right side, 1 left side. Cougars from left to right in the road white jerseys. Edmonson showing blitz. Bratcher will pass. Pump fakes. Now he's going to float it far side looking for Tyner, and it is in. Did he catch it? A diving play,
I think
he caught it.
Yes, he did.
What a catch by Caden Tyner up the far sideline. Oh, my goodness. He went back to grab it. A gain
of 30
yards down to the 20-yard line. Bratcher just threw it up for his receiver, and Tyner, we might have to call Sports Center. What a play made by the senior Caden Tyner.
That's how you open up your running game, Sam. Take a shot deep, and you connect, and that will open up holes for Caden Hanshaw.
Tyner looked like Jamar Chase there going back to grab it.
Yes, he did.
If you had the 9:20 mark of the first quarter for my first Bengals mention, it's blow snap. Hanshaw picks it off the turf, and he breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. He's up the far sideline inside the 10-yard line, and he goes out of bounds. What a run by Caden Hanshaw after the bad snap. He picked it up off the turf and took it across the left side down to the 9-yard line. Gain of 11 for Caden Hanshaw.
Hey, that was a smart heads-up play by the junior.
Back-to-back wild plays for Grayson County here in this scenario. It'll be 1st down and goal from the 9. Right out of that timeout, you have a couple of big plays.
Yes, I think he got his message through. Coach Jones did.
And I'm sure when we talk to him in the 5th quarter show, we will ask him about that. And stay tuned in for the 5th quarter show as well. We're going to have our play of the game as well. And something tells me, John, we might have just had our play of the game right there. Timeout taken by Edmonson County now with 8 minutes and 46 seconds left in the first quarter. And I'm sure that the head coach of the Wildcats, Justin Vessels, is hoping that, well, actually, I think this timeout might be a, hey, ref, how do you call that a catch up that far sideline? And we didn't have a great angle on it. It looked like he might have pulled it down, but I think it's one of those that it was such a wild catch that you just think there's no way he could catch that.
Oh, exactly. And, from our vantage point in the Edmonson County sideline, it would be hard to see. The refs had a lot better view than we did.
And there were 2 refs on each side. They talked it over, and they gave him credit for the catch on one of the best catches. But again, in the 5th quarter show today, we're going to have a new designation, the K105 play of the game. That'll be happening a little bit later on. Of course, Hometown Hangout MVP will also be announced as well as this game goes along. And I'm sure Edmonson County, this timeout as well is, okay, they just had a timeout. How are we now letting them drive and getting 41 yards in 2 plays?
Exactly. I'm sure that's what he's telling his defense over there in that huddle.
1st and goal from the 9. What are you drawing up here?
I'm turning around and handing the ball to Ethan Mudd right here.
Ethan Mudd, okay.
Yes. He's a dog down there.
He is.
And
thunder and lightning you got down there.
Yeah.
And Ethan's not afraid to run anybody over.
No, he's not.
It'll be the I formation. Couple of blockers on the left side of the line. Bratcher under center. Pitch Hanshaw. High side. He goes inside the 10-yard line. Dives towards the 5. Runs towards the goal line. Is he in? He is in the end zone. Touchdown, Grayson County. 9-yard run by Caden Hanshaw, and the Cougs strike first in 2025.
Sam, I think number 14 over there just wants to know what number that bus that just ran over him was.
And that is Caden Hanshaw.
Exactly.
You just mentioned that Ethan Mudd can run someone over. Caden Hanshaw must have heard you.
He
said,
must
hey, John,
have.
I can run someone over too.
That was a great run and a way to finish a drive.
They're doing this gate formation where now they're going to bring it in and kick the extra point. It'll be Lane Beasley, the kicker this year for Grayson County. He missed all last season with a knee injury. As a sophomore, he was 26 of 37 on point after attempts. Low snap, good hold, and it is blocked by Edmonson County. 8 minutes, 41 seconds left first quarter. Cougars lead 6-0. It's Cougar football on K105.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Wounded Warrior Project empowers post-9/11 veterans and their families with life-changing programs and services.
I realized I could be successful in a civilian career.
We stand by warriors and advocate for their needs going forward.
They were by my side in the hospital, and they're still with me today.
Through our programs, community, and advocacy, we're proving
anything is possible.
Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/together.
Welcome back here to Edmonson County High School, where the Grayson County Cougars have a 6-0 lead against Edmonson County. 8:41 remaining in the first quarter, and after a very, very sloppy start to that drive, John, Cougar offense out of that timeout, it clearly worked.
Yes, they got the message from Coach Jones and executed great after that.
I'm sure that message was, what are we doing? This is not Cougar ball.
I'm sure that was the message. And get your heads on and let's start playing.
It'll be Evan Hasty to kick for Grayson County. Back deep to return. A couple of receivers for Edmonson County, including Will Sailing. And, it's a trick, and it's an onside kick instead. Bobbled by Edmonson County. It goes up the middle, bobbled again, and fallen on at the 30-yard line. It was a trick kickoff. They had both kickers out there. Hasty faked the kick. Beasley ended up pooching it to the far side, and Edmonson County recovers it at the 30-yard line. How about the trickeration to open us up?
I like seeing that early in the season.
And
you got two good kickers, use them.
You never know. Edmonson will have it officially on their own 30-yard line. Their starting quarterback, Tristan Muse, 27-64, 295, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions a year ago. You've got Blaine DeWeese and Colton White as the two main running backs. You're going to see a little bit of option look from Edmonson County, but they are not afraid to pass the ball. It is a pitch to the high side of the field, trying to find an edge. There's no space to work. Turning back up the far side of the field, still working and going up across the 30-yard line, and the ball's still loose, and now a late penalty flag comes in. As that is Blaine DeWeese on the play. He is number 3. He's changed his number.
Okay.
As DeWeese picks up, let's see what they'll officially give him on the play. We have a face mask then called against Grayson County in the play. On that tackle, DeWeese just wouldn't go down, and that's going to end up turning into about a 12-yard gain. DeWeese making something out of nothing on that first play from scrimmage for Edmonson County. They'll move this up to about the 42-yard line for Edmonson County. First down and 10 for the Cougars. Or for the Wildcats. Cougars lead 6-0, 8:20 remaining here in this opening quarter of play. Muse will go under center. Fullback lined up behind him. DeWeese again goes in motion. It'll be kept by Muse across the right side. He gets up to the 50-yard line. Lane Beasley drags him down at about the 48 as Muse uses his big frame to carry tacklers with him. It'll be a gain of, we're going to say about 5 yards. Second down and 5 will come up for the Wildcats. 6-0, Cougs on top. They had that nice kickoff return, the huge pass play, and a couple of nice runs by Caden Hanshaw to find the end zone for the orange and blue of Grayson County. In fact, Cougars on that first drive averaged 8 yards a carry. John, if you do that all season, it's going to be a pretty good year for Grayson.
You're going to score a lot of points. And it's not going to take Hanshaw very long to break their all-time school record if he keeps playing like he did.
It will not. Run up the middle for Edmonson County. Hit immediately at the line of scrimmage, and a penalty flag comes in from behind. John, you're a former lineman. If you turn around and see the head official throw a flag, you're probably thinking, that's probably on us.
Yeah.
And it is.
And it is.
As a lineman, though, I always hear the saying, holding happens on every play. Do you buy that or not?
No. You could call it probably on every play, but, most time as a lineman, you know where to keep your hands. Keep them inside, keep them closed, and,
It'll move it back to the 40-yard line. Second down and 17 will come up for the Wildcats. I mean, it is lineman is a very difficult position to play.
It is.
Because if I'm calling your name, more than likely it's because you've done something bad.
Yes, that's true. As a former lineman, I didn't want my name called.
Second and 17. 6-0, Cougs on top. Under 7 minutes to play. Run up the middle and dropped is the fullback Orvis up to the 45-yard line. Well, actually, no, it's only up to the 41. It's a gain of 1 yard. Maddox Anderson in on the tackle for Grayson County. Tonight's coverage of Cougar football on K105 is brought to you in part by Doodah Hudson State Farm. Remember, like a good neighbor, Doodah is there. Third down and 16 for Edmonson County, 6:25 remaining first quarter.
Who carried that?
That was Orvis, the running back. Number 5. He picked up only 1. Third down and 16. Man in motion is White. Cougars jump, and now they're going to blow the whistle. I didn't see any movement from Edmonson, though. And you get that ability to go back if you're Grayson County. I don't know that I necessarily agree with that call.
I've never seen it called like this before, Sam. Usually, if you don't make contact, it's a free play for the offense.
Well, usually on that aspect, too, I think it was Anderson that jumped. He got into the neutral zone and bounced immediately back. And unless the offensive line moves there, he gets the ability to go back unless contact is made. And maybe there was contact. I didn't see any.
I didn't see any either. And I didn't see an offensive lineman move.
Ball placed in the 46-yard line of Edmonson County now to be third down and 11. They need to get the ball to the Grayson County 43. Long first quarter here between these two squads. A lot of penalties. We'll do that for you.
It will. It slows it down.
Third and 11. Faking the handoff. Rolling out to pass. High pass caught by DeWeese. Stutter steps, breaks one tackle. Can't get away from the second. And a nice ankle tackle made by Grayson County over on that far side of the field. Might have been Buster in there on the tackle for Grayson County after a short pickup.
Buster and Hanshaw both were there for a gain of 2, so we'll take that.
And that will force the Wildcats to punt, but on 4th and 9 at midfield, you got to be keeping an eye on this. Maybe an early season.
This is a good place for a fake. It's early in the season when you're already trailing.
And you have the ball at midfield. 4th and 9. The punt will be kicked away by White. It's a short punt over the far side, and it goes out of bounds, and we'll see where this will end up. Grayson County is going to get really good field position.
Yes, they are.
And we'll see. They're going to stay at their own 32-yard line. What did you see from the Cougars in their first offensive possession?
First offense, I thought they once they got the timeout and got the penalties under control, they moved the ball really well. The one pass looked good, and that will open up the running game. The running game will open up the passing game, and so I was really pleased. I was really pleased with the offensive line and also Jake Bratcher.
I mean, he made a good throw, and Caden Tyner made a great catch.
He's going to be an athlete, Caden Tyner.
Oh, he is. But the best part about that throw to Tyner is he threw it where only he could get it.
Yes.
And as a quarterback, that's so important. Trips down to the near side, ball placed to the Grayson County 32-yard line, first down and 10. 5:06 remaining first quarter. Grayson leads 6-0, trying to add to their lead. Screen far side, caught by Tyner, and he runs up to the 35-yard line, and he's slung out of bounds by Edmonson County's.
Number 15.
That is brought down to the plate by Coates. And it'll get up to, we'll see where they'll officially place this. Looks like the 36-yard line, gain of 4 for Tyner. 2nd and 6 will come up for the Cougars. We saw a lot of screens last week in the scrimmage against Spencer County.
Yes, we did.
And that's a good way to build some confidence.
That's the way
in
to
a young
get
quarterback.
That's the way to get your new quarterback going.
Ball placed in the far hash. 2nd and 6 for Grayson County. Edmonson showing blitz. They rush 5, and it's a run left side kept by Bradshaw on the read option. He's got the first down and a lot more. Breaks a tackle at the 45, crosses the 50, and gets out of bounds down at about the 46-yard line. Read option works perfectly. It was a blitz up the middle. You run to the left side, and you had a lot of room to work for the senior quarterback, Bradshaw.
Yes, and I don't know if you saw it, Sam, but Caden Tyner threw a heck of a block to get him 5 or 6 more yards on that carry.
18 on the run for Jake Bradshaw. More importantly, it's a first down. 4:10 remaining first quarter. 6-0. Grayson County on top. Going to call the name Bryce Abersold for the first time. He'll go out wide to the right. Shane Hall to the left. Offset I formation for Bradshaw. Handoff up the middle for Hanshaw. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and dropped after a short pickup. Looks like they'll give him down to the 45, 1 yard on the run for Caden Hanshaw. Those are those runs, John, that it is my offensive line against your defensive line. Whoever wins is going to give the running back however many yards he's going to get.
That's it. And their front four there did a good job.
Did you like those runs right up the middle? Or did you more prefer we go a little outside move?
Yeah, we did a lot of trapping and running up the middle, so I liked it because when you're trapping, you're hitting someone that's suspecting it.
2nd and 9 for Grayson County. Ball placed on the Edmonson County 45-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the left side this time. Hanshaw to the right of Bradshaw. Tyner will go into motion. It's a jet sweep, handoff to him. Tyner's trying to get the edge. He hits the 45-yard line, tries to break a tackle. He spins out of 1. But that one player, Tristan Muse, allowed some of his Edmonson County friends to help him out on the play. Gain of 2 on the pass completion to Tyner. So a reminder, those plays technically do go down as a pass.
They do.
Because the ball is in the air. And I know I hear a lot of quarterbacks from back in the day say, I wish we had that when I was playing because that had a lot higher completion percentage.
Exactly.
3rd down and 7. You're in 4-down territory for Grayson County.
I think so. Your defense is playing really well, so if you get 2 or 3 yards here, it's 4-down territory.
And you're almost too close to punt.
Yeah.
3 wide receivers to the left side. They need to get this ball down to about the 36.5-yard line. Edmonson jumps, and a free play come for Grayson County. Another offside. The hard count works.
Yes, it
and
did.
that makes 3rd down a whole lot easier. As 3rd down and 7 now turns down into 3rd down and 2.
Yes.
And now you got the entire playbook open.
You do.
Do you take a shot?
I do. It's 4-down territory. We've already proved we can throw the ball deep. I send Hall and Tyner out. Let's see what happens.
Maybe a little post route over the middle?
Yes, or a double move like they did earlier. Tyner made a double move on that long pass earlier.
You got Tyner, Hall, Mudd to the left. You've got Linton down to the right side. Ball placed in the near hash now. Hanshaw to the right of Bradshaw. It's a screen play. Caught by Hall at the 41-yard line. Little bubble screen. Hall lowers his shoulder near the first down marker. Hall knew exactly where he needed to get, and that is exactly where he got to. Gain of 2 yards, first down, Grayson County.
Well, I think they're going to measure. Nope, he gave him the first down.
As Hall on that little bubble screen, he lowered his shoulder to make sure he got the first down, and Brian Jones said, you know what, screw going deep. We're just going to pick up the first down, and that's a whole lot easier than the way to do it.
Yes, and he knew exactly where the sticks was, and like you said, lowered his shoulder, ran over somebody, and got the first down.
Cougars looking good offensively to open up. It's like about 77 yards on offense already for this Grayson County team. 1:10 remaining first quarter. We got Bratcher all alone in the back. Actually, no, it is a direct snap to Bratcher. He's trying to run across that far side, and he had nowhere to work. Brought down high, very close to maybe being a horse collar tackle. Bratcher ends up picking up, we're going to say, one. There is a penalty flag on the play on the near side of the field, but the official is picking it up. And I think it's on Edmonson County. No, it's on Grayson County. A legal formation called against the Cougars. And the 1-yard run by Bratcher ends up being negated. It's now a negative 5-yard penalty.
Yeah.
It's sloppy.
It is, and I think we probably had a new receiver not lined up on the line there the way it looked.
And the best part is that, these mistakes are happening game one. Yes. And I'm sure Brian Jones will be a lot nicer about this than if it's happening against Hart County on Halloween, the last game of the season, because that's when he's not going to be so nice about it.
No, he's not.
First down and 15 for Grayson. They've run a lot of plays. They've really controlled the time of possession in this game. Pitch to Hanshaw, trying to find the edge. He's got it at the 40-yard line, sidesteps one tackler, carrying down to about the 37 for Hanshaw. We'll give him 4 yards on the play, and that will probably be the final play of the first quarter of action. Grayson County leads Edmonson County 6-0 after 1 here in the Tobacco Bowl. So this is Cougar football on K105.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
When I grow up, I want to be a ballerina.
Because dancing makes me happy. I get to entertain people, and nothing makes me feel more like me.
PI impacts millions of children's lives. Early and accurate diagnosis and treatment gives children like Olivia a chance to achieve their dreams.
It takes a great team to put on a show. It also takes a great team of caring people to keep a dream alive. And now my dreams are coming true.
For more information, visit our website at info4pi.org.
School starts of the second quarter of play. Grayson leads 6-0. They'll have the ball second down and 11. First quarter, for me, if there's one word to describe it, John, I think it's sloppy.
It is. It is. But, hey, it's the first game of the season. You're going to see some mistakes. I bet you we've got these cleared up by the time we get to district play.
They better.
Yes.
You do this against Bowling Green?
It's going to be a long night.
A very, very long night because, listen, Grayson County, you're not having some of the teams you may have played these last couple of seasons that are going to walk through that door. Instead, you got maybe the two-time defending state champion that you'll be playing this year, and you got to be as perfect as possible. Second and 11 for Grayson to open up this quarter. Start of the second quarter, Grayson leads 6-0. It'll be a pitch, trick play, bobbled in and out of the hands of Tyner. He picks it off up the bounce, and he's dropped for a loss on the play. It was a triple reverse to Caden Tyner, and he's dropped on the play as it was not a great pitch back to him, and he ends up losing 4 yards back to the 41. Heck of a job by Tyner to make sure that was only a 4-yard loss, because that could have been a disaster for Grayson County.
It could have been, Sam. It was a little high, and he was trying to run and catch at the same time, and I'm glad he picked it up and just made the best of it.
Now it makes it a little bit more challenging. 3rd and 15 placed on the Edmonson County 41-yard line. About 11 minutes and counting remaining first half. I think this is one of these where you're hoping to pick up 6 or 7, right? Make fourth down easier?
Make it fourth down. If not, you're probably punting from here.
2 wide receivers on each side. Bratcher in the gun. Hanshaw to his right. Edmondson jumps off sides again. Wow.
His hard count is really good.
And I believe it is on Edmondson. It is offside called against the Wildcats.
That is their 4th offside penalty this half.
Justin Vessels doesn't have a lot of hair. But if this keeps up, he might not have any by the end of the game.
You know, these are your defensive linemen. The ball's right in front of you.
There's really no excuse for it.
There's not.
You never were called for a penalty, though, were you?
Oh. I didn't commit any of those I was called for.
Spoken like a true lineman. 3rd and 10, Grayson County. Bratcher. 4-step drop, steps up in the pocket, floats it far side. Tyner fell down, gets up. Did he catch it off his knees? He did! What a catch by Caden Tyner! Have yourself a debut, young man!
Wow. Do you know that Jake Bradford better buy him dinner tonight?
Catches it down to the 25-yard line, 11 yards in the gain from Bratchard to Tyner. Tyner, 2 catches for 41 yards, and you better put a big old exclamation point by both of them.
Well, I've got Tyner for 4 catches.
4 catches. That's right. He had a couple screens.
Screens and jet sweeps, and yeah.
Even better. 10.5 remaining first half. First 10 and 10, Grayson County. They lead 6-0. Caden Tyner returning to the football field after playing soccer the last couple of years, and I'm sure there's no person more thankful for that than Brian Jones.
Yes.
Bratcher. Read option, keeps it up the middle himself. He crosses the 20-yard line. That's where he's dropped by the Edmonson County defensive line. His forward progress might have brought him down to the 19, but it looks like officially the 20. We'll give Bratcher 5 yards on the read option carry, and that'll enter the red zone. Last year, Grayson County, 35 of 47 on red zone attempts. I'm sure if you ask Brian Jones, he wants that percentage to be a little higher this year.
Yes, he does. You want to finish those with TDs, too.
Especially when you're playing squads like Bowling Green later this season, Greenwood, Barron County.
Warren Central,
yeah, who's got some great athletes as well. And Hart County. You know, you've got a lot of really tough teams. McLean here in a couple of weeks as well. Yeah. 2nd and 5 for Grayson County. To give to Hanshaw. He hits that high side. He's to the 15, inside the 10. 5, touchdown, Grayson County. Caden Hanshaw could do backflips in. 20-yard touchdown run for Hanshaw. His 2nd of the game, and Grayson County leads 12-0.
Now I'm curious to see if he will go for 2 after missing the extra point, or we're going to kick the extra point.
9:19 remaining first half. And it looks like the Cougars will go for, well, Hasty's out there, and they are going to go for 2, it appears.
Yeah, Hasty's
last
leading the
season,
field.
Grayson County was 8 for 9 on 2-point conversion attempts. 88% will get it done.
That's good. You got Ethan Mudd and Caden Hanshaw back there. There's a good opportunity you can get 2.5 yards.
Grayson Chaffins led the team last year with 3 of them. Caden Hanshaw had 2 last year of those conversions, and a host of Cougars each had 1. 12-0, Grayson leads, trying to make it 14-0 here against their arch rival Edmonson County, trying to win the tobacco stick for the 7th straight time. Extra blocker in the backfield. Looks like Maddox Anderson lining up as a fullback. Ethan Mudd back there as well. It's given to Hanshaw. He goes right up the middle. He's not going to get it. Swallowed up on the play by Edmonson County. Looks like Siebold brings there. It's Kinzer, rather, who brings down Hanshaw on the play. 12-0, Cougs lead. 9:19 left first half. This is Cougar football on K105.
Ready to make a splash for a cause? Join the Ducking Tunger Regatta at Litchfield Aquatic Center, Monday, September 1st. Every $5 ticket supports the Grayson County Alliance Food Pantry. And with only 2,000 tickets available, your odds are better than ever. Plus, you could win the grand prize of $1,000. Dive in and help us float toward a hunger-free community. Visit gc-alliance.com to secure your ticket today. Help us paddle against hunger.
Measles cases are on the rise, but there's good news. The MMR vaccine is the safest way to protect yourself and your community from measles, mumps, and rubella. Measles isn't just a rash. It can lead to serious health issues like pneumonia and brain swelling, even in healthy kids. That's why doctors recommend 2 MMR doses for lifelong protection. And cost shouldn't be a barrier. Many vaccines are free, even without insurance. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. This message is paid for by Kentucky Voices for Health, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Welcome back here to Edmonson County High School. Grayson County leads 12-0. Cougars offensively, 115 yards of offense on the first 2 drives, averaging about 10 yards a pass, 6.6 yards per carry. That'll get it done.
That will, and 100% on your passing percentage is really good.
And that drive was, over 10 plays, and that's what Brian Jones prides himself on. He wants those long, sustaining drives because it keeps the ball out of the offense's hands. Hasty to kick away. High spinning kick caught at the Edmonson County 11-yard line. And a lot of room to work up the near side of the field, breaking one tackle, hitting the 20-yard line, a lot of space to the 30, to the 35, 40, and being brought down out of bounds, crossing the 44-yard line on the return is Will Sailing. Big return for Edmonson County.
I think Abersol may have just saved a touchdown there.
Big play, because if he was not there, then it was a whole lot of green space to work.
Yes, it was.
Gets it up to the 43-yard line. That's where Edmonson County will start on their first drive. A couple of penalties put them behind the sticks, and as an offense, putting yourself behind the sticks is a recipe for disaster.
Especially when you're a running offense like both of these teams. It makes it a little bit more difficult to get a first down.
Tonight's coverage of Cougar football on K105 is brought to you by State Farm agent Duda Hudson. Remember, like a good neighbor, Duda is there. First down and 10. Misdirection handoff far side given to White. He hits the 45-yard line, brought down by Tristan Brooks. But not before White carries it down to the 49-yard line, gain of 8 yards for White. It's that misdirection run for Edmonson County where White was one of the wingbacks, wrapped it around. They faked a handoff on a sweep, and White ends up carrying it for a gain of, actually they're going to say only about 7 to the 50. I thought he got an extra yard there. The hometown spot not there for the Wildcats. 12-0, Grayson leads, 8:35. And counting remaining first half. Two wide receivers down to the near side of the field. It's a run up the middle, lowering the shoulder. Cornwell brings down the player before the Grayson County defensive line helps out. Tristan Brooks in there on the tackle, but looks like enough for 3 yards for White. That should move the chains.
Yeah, but he got the first down, but I thought the defensive line collapsed on it pretty good.
Cornwell did a good job there.
He did.
And Tristan Brooks helped clean it up. Cornwell left the game 2 weeks ago with an injury, but he was back last week.
He was, and he looked like he was playing pretty good and pretty healthy last week.
I know he'll go back and watch this, and if I miss anything, he'll be sure to let me know. First down and 10. Fake the give on the fullback. Instead, they give it to White. He goes left side, and his forward progress is going to carry him down to the 46. Well, there was not a lot of room to work because he ran right into Tristan Brooks. We're calling his name quite a bit on that defensive line.
Yeah, he was there and just ate it up.
1 yard on the play. Brooks is the biggest player on the team without question. Listed on the roster at 6'4", nearly 300 pounds. He's not somebody you want to run into.
No, he's not. I was looking at him on the sideline the other day, and I thought, not too many people make me look small. He made me look small.
I don't have to look up to many. Second and 9, Edmonson County placed the Grayson 46. Hughes under center. Shifting. Pitch near side given to DeWeese. He hits the 40-yard line, trying to get outside. Now breaking it back towards the middle, crossing the 35-yard line, getting down to the 32. Edmonson wants to get DeWeese the ball in space, and that's why 14 yards on the run for the senior Blaine DeWeese. Get listed on the roster as 22, but is switched to number 3. You got a couple of number 3s on each side who are having a pretty good start to this season.
Yes, they are. He's a really good athlete. We got a timeout.
Looks like we might have a timeout taken. I'm assuming this is Grayson County, and it is on that far side. We'll try to see if we can't run down a score or two from around the region here. Monroe County leads Warren Central 21-8. We'll try to see what else we can find as we do the old scroll through here. Getting us started in this brand new year for Grayson County Cougar football on K105. A lot of good games happening across the state. A couple of rivalry games as well. St. X of Louisville all over Owensboro 28-0. That's the score there. Apollo leads Murray 14-7 early second quarter. LaRue County dominating Thomas Nelson 41-0. Greenwood about to start playing against Westmoreland, Tennessee. We'll bring you some updates of that one throughout the game here. End of the third quarter, big one happening. I believe this is up in my neck of the woods. John, Frederick Douglass, and Highlands
that
are
should be a good
tied
game.
at the end of the third quarter. Hancock leads John Hardin 29-7. Paducah Tillman and McCracken County knotted up at 7 of that game. Davis County all over Russellville 31-6. And there's something cool happening up in the Northern Kentucky area. St. Henry High School playing their first ever varsity football game tonight. They're losing to Holy Cross 27-0 at the half right now. First ever varsity season this year.
Wow, that's something those kids
Out of the
will
timeout,
remember.
first down and 10. DeWeese on the give, far side. And he's wrapped up this time and driven down. Cornwell in on the tackle for Grayson County. DeWeese this time only picks up maybe about 2.
Ethan Mudd stood him up, and Cornwell come in and helped finish him off. A couple linebackers there making a nice play.
Officially 3 yards down to the 29-yard line for Edmonson County on the run. And this drive, Wildcats having a lot more success moving the football, and the biggest reason for that is that they're not shooting themselves in the foot with penalties.
Yes, a lot cleaner this time.
2nd and 7 from the 31. 6:20 remaining first half. Pass near side low, caught by Sailing. And
Incomplete.
No, it is incomplete. They're going to say to the 29, and John, it really wasn't going to matter because it was going to be no gain anyways.
Oh, it was. Jamison Buster was all over that little screen and came up and made a nice hit.
And now you're behind. You're 3rd and 7, but again, if you're Edmonson County, you're probably in 4-down territory in this moment.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Also about the 29.5-yard line. I think if I'm Justin Vessels here, I'm finding a way to get the ball to number 3, Blaine DeWeese, and seeing what he can't do in space.
Exactly. Use his athleticism, see what he can do.
And Grayson County right now has not had an answer for the running back DeWeese early on in the game.
No, they haven't.
Trips near side. The wing back off to the right. Muse now is going to bring White into the backfield. A lot of motion happening for Edmonson County. 3rd and 7 for the Wildcats. Option pitch on the tunnel screen up the middle. DeWeese breaks a tackle, and it's up the far sideline. DeWeese stutters down inside the 15-yard line. In there, making first contact was Bryce Abersold. If Abersold brings him down, it's a gain of about 1 or 2. Abersold couldn't, and instead it's a huge gain for DeWeese up that far sideline. Looks like down to the 15, gain of 14.
He just made a really good move right there. Made Abersold miss.
Edmonton enters the red zone for the first time tonight. Under 6 remaining first half, 12-0 Grayson leads, but the Wildcats are knocking on the door.
Yes, they are. They're in the red zone.
Muse under center. Man in motion is DeWeese. Fullback dive up the middle, and that time Caden Hanshaw said, I've had enough. No. Orvis dropped for a loss on the play.
Caden Hanshaw just read that perfect and was in the backfield.
As soon as Orvis touched the ball, Caden Hanshaw was there to shake his hand.
Yes, he was, for a loss of 1 or 2.
It'll be a loss of 2 back to the 17. Well, actually, no, they're going to give him a more favorable. They're just going to say no gain. That is a very favorable spot for the Wildcats. Well, maybe it is a loss of 1.
Minus 1.
Minus 1. I guess the ball was a little bit further up. It is a loss of 1. 2nd and 11, maybe even a loss of half a yard here. 5 minutes remaining first half. 12-0 Grayson leads. Sam Gormley, John Decker with you here on I tell you, our press box is starting to get a little warm in here.
It is getting a little hot in here.
But it feels good outside. 4:50 and counting. Misdirection. I don't know where the ball is.
Oh,
it's
the quarterback's
up the
got
middle.
it.
He's got it, and he's sacked on the play. Brought down by Camden Cornwell.
Nice sack by Camden. You know, a couple guys forced him up in the pocket, and Camden was there to just take him down for the sack.
They fooled me on where the ball was.
Well,
there was a lot of misdirection happening. Cornwell was not fooled, though, and brings down the quarterback Muse for a loss of 1.
That's two plays in the row. We've got a loss on defense. That's a
Cornwell putting his name in there. He's looking like his older brother Kenton out there.
Yes, he is. How many losses?
It's a loss of only 1. Well, maybe 2, depending on maybe 0.75. Do you have that as an option? 3rd and a long 11, short 12 for Edmondson. Under 4 and counting. First half to pass his Muse, throwing far side, and that is nowhere close. Intended up the far sideline for Will Sailing. I don't know if Muse meant to back shoulder Sailing. Sailing was going to the back post. And if it would have been a back shoulder, Sailing would have been able to turn similar to the play Tyner caught earlier, but he never did.
No, it wasn't placed real good, or he didn't give him much of a chance to make that play.
4th and 12 now for Edmonton. You'd be looking at, about a 36-yard field or 34-yard field goal. Don't imagine that's what's going to happen. Your kicker, Colton White, was 1 of 3 on field goals last season.
Yeah, I can't see them taking that chance here down 2 possessions.
I think you got to go for it.
You do. Even if you don't get the first down, you're not giving Grayson County real good field position. So
with only 1 timeout.
Yes. And
well, no, they are going to attempt a field goal.
Are they?
It's going to be about a 33-yard attempt for Colton White. Low snap. It's long enough, and he put it through. Colton White, a 33-yard field goal, and Edmonson County is on the board here in the Tobacco Bowl. He had a great leg there.
Yes, he did. Plenty of distance.
We invite you to join us, too, here tonight at halftime. Stay tuned in as the halftime show will feature another edition of Cougar Conversations tonight. We got to go up to the top now of Grayson County High School. Is it Coach Shane Decker?
He wears a lot of hats around that high school.
He does. He wears 1 or 2. In fact, that's one of the things we're going to talk about. And it's a shortened version today, but you can follow on our YouTube channel tomorrow. We have an extended version. Some of the things we'll talk about include, John, you know a thing or two about the construction happening on campus. But it's a really cool thing that is happening as well. I mean, this is a scoreboard rep. That is going to do great things for Grayson County schools.
Oh, I'm excited about it. I know Mr. Shane Decker's excited about it, and I think most people in Grayson County are excited about the opportunities it's going to bring for the students of Grayson County.
And in turn, opportunities for the people of Grayson County.
Oh, yes. It's going to hopefully bring us some factories in here and put kids to work. They're going to be work ready when they leave that tech program.
We'll talk more about that with Shane Decker at halftime tonight. Cougars have plenty of time to drive down the field here and see what they might be able to do with a 12-3 advantage.
Yeah, here I would be watching for the onside kick, Sam.
Cougars have 4 guys up. And it is not an onside kick. Instead, it is a kick caught by back at the 20, inside the 10-yard line by Grayson County, right up the middle to the 30, being slung down a couple of times and tackled by about 8 Grayson County players. Let's see where they're going to end up placing this ball in the return for Grayson County. Not a bad one for Jamison Buster for the Cougars.
He got about 18 yards off that return. I don't think that was bad at all.
And where are we going to end up placing this? Mr. Whitehat, he's still not officially given us a spot. I think they're going to say the 30. That's where I thought, and it is. Grayson County's going to get it to the 30-yard line. They lead 12-3, 3:33 remaining in the first half. And I'm sure if you're Brian Jones, you've got 2 main goals on this drive. Points and zeros on the clock.
Exactly.
And the offense has looked good for Grayson County. 66 yards on the ground, 115 total. Bratcher, read option, slant, caught at the 35-yard line, up to the 40-yard line, slung down up at the 45. Catch and run on the play for Grayson County. I believe it was Ethan Mudd on the catch and run.
Oh.
Was it Mudd or Buster?
Was it Mudd or Linton?
I think it was Mudd.
Okay.
Not denying, it's dark out on the field there. It's a gain of 15 yards. We might have been wrong there. We don't have the greatest angle in the world. Cougars going hurry up, trips near side. Handoff Hanshaw up the far side of the floor, breaks 1 tackle, and he's going to be dropped after a 4-yard pickup, but there's a little bit of laundry on the field.
It is. That's in the holding area, I think.
And let's see what it is. There have been quite a few of those tonight. Personal foul face mask called against the defense.
So that's going to tack 15 more on there.
You don't usually see the white hat throw that penalty. That must mean that it was...
It was obvious if he did
very
that.
Obvious. But usually you'd think if it was that obvious that there would have been more than just one penalty flag on the field.
Yes.
Why am I saying this? I sound like I'm the Edmonson County guy here complaining about that. I'm not complaining. Ball goes down to the 35-yard line. That turns out to be a 20-yard gain for Grayson County after the 5-yard run for Hanshaw.
It's a good way to start out the drive.
Now you can go into a little bit of clock management with 3:09 remaining in the half. 1st and 10, Edmonson 35-yard line, and that is a false start on everybody but the center there.
I think the center must have forgot to count there because everyone else moved on the team.
They did. And Brian Jones is probably asking the center, what are you doing? Moves the ball back to the 40-yard line. It has been a very sloppy first half for Grayson County. And I'm sure at halftime when Brian Jones talks with his squad, that is going to be one of the first things he mentions.
I bet you it's the first thing out of his mouth, that we've got to clean these penalties up in the second half.
Because you clean those up and this game's over almost. And Edmonson County's probably saying the same thing. We clean up those penalties and this is a ball game.
It's a ball game, yes.
1st and 15, Grayson County from the 40-yard line. Bratcher, screen, far side, caught up that far sideline to the 35-yard line, down to the 30. That is a catch and run for Bryce Abersold for the Cougars.
Oh, he got about, 9 yards on that?
Looks like he did. Get it down to the 31-yard line, 9 yards on the gain. Catch and run for Bryce Abersold. Running a lot of screens for Jake Bratcher here, building up the confidence. And this is one of those, too, where you keep lulling them to sleep on the screen, and next thing you know, you hit them deep.
Exactly.
Because those corners are going to keep creeping in and in and in. 2nd and 6 for Grayson. About 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Bratcher keeps it himself, runs behind one of our blockers, bounces it outside to the 25, to the 20. One man to beat him, and he brings it down inside the 15-yard line, down to the 14 on the run for Jake Bratcher. 17 yards on the carry, brought down in the play by Andre Hunter for Edmonson County. 17 on the gain.
I got him.
Nice gain for Bratcher. Oh, is there a penalty?
Was there? Yes, I don't know what it was.
Oh, it's in the middle. That's a weird spot for a penalty.
That usually means it's on. I'm not sure.
The ball was thrown in the middle of the field. Is it after the play? A legal block in the. Okay, what is this? He said a legal block in the back called on Edmonson County? Legal block in the back called against Grayson County. Chop block. What? He said a legal block in the back called against Edmonson County and then signified a chop block. That's not the same thing. You can't chop block a block in the back.
No, you can't. It must have been a block in the back because it was only a 5-yard penalty.
Moves it back to the 24. So it is a 10-yard penalty. Moves it back to the 24 on the play. So I guess I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah.
1st and 10. Honestly, it's not the worst thing in the world for Grayson because it's going to keep running that clock, and Edmonson jumps off sides again.
They did.
I can't count.
That's 5. That's 5 offside penalties. That's got to make him pull his hair out.
Yeah, I look down at Justin Vessels, the head coach, and all he can do is pace the sideline in anger. 1:46 remaining first half. Grayson leads 12-3 against Edmonson County here in the season opener, the 49th annual Tobacco Bowl. Trips right side. Bratcher fakes the handoff, runs the option. Nope, now he's going to look to run it himself. Has a blocker in front of him, Ethan Mudd, and he ran to the wrong side of the blocker, did Bratcher. He's going to end up picking up about 5 yards, though, on the run. If he would have run to the inside,
he had some open.
He'd had a lot of room. Mudd was blocking in front of him, but he just ran to the wrong side of the block.
He did, and he lowered his shoulder, and he got close to the first down marker. I think they're going to give it to him.
It's a gain of 5.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
So it's to the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. Grayson going hurry up with 1:15. Run Hanshaw, bounces off of one tackler, carries it inside the 10-yard line. And it's going to be very close now down to that 10-yard line. Substitutions coming in for Edmonson County. They're bringing in some more run stuffers as Mickey Johnson enters the game. Cougars still going hurry up. 2nd and about 6. Give to Hanshaw again. He tries to bounce it outside. He's outside the numbers, inside the 10, inside the 5, runs up the sideline. Touchdown, Grayson County.
Yes, touchdown.
Caden Hanshaw, his third rushing touchdown of the game, career touchdown number 53 for the junior, Caden Hanshaw. Have yourself a day, young man. 3 of them tonight.
You know, he's got 70 yards on 9 carries and 3 touchdowns, Sam. That's a pretty good night for most people, and it's not even halftime.
Is that good? I think that'll
do.
So what you said, 3 touchdowns on 7 carries?
On 9 carries for 70 yards.
So every 3
33%.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he does that all season,
yeah,
I think he's going to have a pretty good year. Here comes the kick. It'll be Evan Hasty to attempt this extra point. Low snap. Hasty gets it away, and he puts it through. Grayson County now leads this game 19-3.
All right,
for Hasty. And listen, it's good to see that ball go through the uprights because extra points, those are points you're just leaving out on the field for this Grayson County squad.
They are, they should be automatic, and that one was. It was a kind of a low snap, but our holder got it down, and Evan made a good kick.
So Hasty now 1 of 1 on PATs. There was a kicking battle. It's rare that Grayson County has 2 kickers.
Yes, I can remember years I played at linemen were kickers because we couldn't find a kicker. So I'm glad to see a kicker battle.
Caden Hanshaw has 3 rushing touchdowns today.
47 seconds here. Let's kick it off, play defense a couple plays, and go to the half with a big lead.
I think this is one of these where you're kicking it as deep as you possibly can, too, and you got to be better at the kickoff return. Last one was about 35 yards on the return.
Yeah, I mean, we were a good tackle away from, if he misses it, he scores.
And those are the plays that make Brian Jones none too happy.
No, they don't.
None too happy.
And I can tell you right now, with the way this offense is moving, Kevin Embry's the happiest man out there because his defense is on the sideline, resting.
The best offense is good defense. The best defense is good offense.
That's true.
They help each other out. To kick away will be Evan Hasty for Grayson County. A couple of returners back for Edmonson County. 47.2 left first half. Edmonson does have 2 timeouts. And this is where you have got to corral this return. You can't let a big one happen.
Oh, nice kick.
Good kick. Backpedaling and caught back at the 3-yard line for Edmonson County is sailing. He hits the 15-yard line, breaks a tackle, gets up to the 20-yard line, and he's up to about the 26 on the return.
Nice tackle there by Anthony Linton.
And listen, that probably is still closer than you wanted, but 26 is a whole lot better than the 46.
Yes, it is.
Now, if you're Edmonson, how aggressive are you?
You
get ball to start the half.
You get the ball to start the half. I'm going to come out and see what this first play does, and that's going to dictate what I'm going to do for the rest of the half.
What's your play call then?
I try to throw a little out, 5 or 10 yard out here, see if we can complete it, or a little slant. And
to Deweese?
Yeah, get the ball in your best playmaker's hand.
Shane Hall back at safety. Caden Tyner as well going wide to the right to defend this play. It is Deweese in motion. Misdirection handoff as a jet sweep near side. Cougars aren't fooled at all.
No, they're not.
Dropped on the play. That's not Simmons, rather that's White. And a host of Cougars in there on the tackle.
Ethan Mudd made a nice read there, stopped him, and then his buddies helped finish him off.
And Edmonson now might just take this to the half. No gain on the run. 18 seconds and counting, and maybe you throw one up and see if you can't make something wild happen, run one more play. Or
you just got to throw it deep, Sam, and not let it be a pick six.
Do you think that and they're not going to run a play? I don't know that Tristan Muse has an arm to throw it 70 yards in the air. But Edmonson is going to take this to the half. In the 49th Annual Tobacco Bowl, it is Grayson County with a lead at the half, 19-3. We'll come back.
I don't know
and
why.
Have more coming up after this. This is Cougar Football on K105.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true. We've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, You'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Welcome back here to Edmonson County, where it's all Grayson County in the Tobacco Bowl tonight. They lead Edmonson County 19-3 at the half. And John, I think we got to be pretty happy with the way Grayson County looks. The one thing that Brian Jones is probably not thrilled with is we got a whole lot of penalties.
We do. I was just looking here at the penalties. You know, we have 7 or 8 penalties. What could we be doing if we didn't have those?
And for Edmonson County, I'm sure that's one of the main conversations they're having as well. Is they have a lot of penalties.
Yeah, I think I had them down for 5 offsides. You know, that's giving us 25 free yards. That's got to make a coach very unhappy.
Grayson County leads this game 19-3 at the half. Coming up on our halftime show, we'll run down the stats from this game, some scoring from around the region, and more as Grayson County leads 19-3 at the half. It's Cougar football on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Paying for your student's college can feel overwhelming. Scholarships and grants help, but they might not cover everything. That's where the Kentucky Advantage Parent Loan comes in. With competitive low interest rates and no application, late, or other fees, the Kentucky Advantage Parent Loan offers a smooth and affordable solution. Owned and managed by a state-based nonprofit lender, we're committed to helping families like yours. Apply today and take the next step in supporting their dreams. Visit KentuckyAdvantageLoan.com or call 800-988-6333 to learn more.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family. Close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
Cougar football on K105.
All Cougars at the half here today in the Tobacco Bowl. They lead 19-3. Running down some stats from this game really quick. Caden Hanshaw, 9 carries, 70 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Ethan Mudd has 1 for 7. Caden Tyner has 1 for -4. Jake Bratcher, 4 for 35 as well. So pretty good day for Bratcher running the football. Catching-wise, Shane Hall has 1 catch for 2 yards. Ethan Mudd, 1 for 15. Caden Tyner, 4 for 47. A lot of good tackles happening there for Edmonson County. They're led by Blaine Doise. He has 3 carries for 20 yards. Colton White, 3 for 12 yards. Tristan Muse is 2 of 4 passing. Grayson County, I didn't mention Jake Bratcher, 7 of 7 passing for 73 yards. Cougars lead this one 19-3 at the half. Coming up next will be our Cougar Conversation segment. We'll sit down and talk to the man himself. Is it Coach, Mr. Principal? He just wears all the hats.
He wears a lot of hats.
I just saw his son behind us. We're going to talk to Shane Decker next here on K105.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
I crave adventures that spark joy and create memories. Sailing the seas with Royal Caribbean or exploring the magic of Disney parks. And with your global getaway, my dreams are expertly crafted. From all-inclusive Caribbean resorts to tailor-made itineraries, Mark turns wanderlust into reality. Why settle for ordinary when you can have extraordinary?
Your Global Getaway. Expertise in unforgettable vacations. Call Mark at 270-296-0106 or visit yourglobalgetaway.com. Start living your travel dreams today.
Yes, start living your travel dreams today.
Everyone has a ritual. That small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out that self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health.
Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Welcome back to our halftime show here on K105. It's time for another edition of our Cougar Conversations. Today, we're joined by the new principal of Grayson County High School, Principal Shane Decker. You were hired as the principal back in the spring. Why was this the right move for you now?
It's a very good question. It really came out of the blue, Sam. And, you know, as the assistant principal for the last few years, I've felt really good about the direction the school's been going in, and I wanted to continue that direction for our staff, for our kids, and, you know, make it as smooth as a transition as possible to a new administration. And I thought me being here was kind of a natural fit to do that and kind of keep the ship moving in that same direction we've been on.
I know for every great principal, there's great assistant principals as well. How do they help you out?
Oh, I can't say enough about the help and support I've got so far this year in just a few short weeks. Mr. Hayes does an amazing job with our CTE stuff and making sure kids are career ready and our post-secondary readiness scores and all that stuff. That is one position I do not look forward to. Whenever he does decide to give it up, I do not look forward to replacing that position. So I hope he stays longer than me in my position. But, you know, I can't say enough good things about Mr. Hayes and, you know, Mr. Decker, number 2, Sean Decker. You know, he handles a lot of our discipline and stuff around here and kind of takes some of that off my plate. But, you know, him, Tannen, Miss Pullman, she's kind of doing more of the curriculum stuff with me. They all make it easier for me to do my job because they're kind of to the point where they're operating kind of independently and just kind of filling me in on what I need to know and allowing me to do more of the things that I need to be focusing on, which is kind of building wide projects and things like that. So their independence and ability to kind of multitask and help me out is, you know, a tremendous asset. And, you know, that's one thing I've got to throw a Lacey Cox plug in here that, you know, went extremely well for us is she kind of empowered me to kind of go out and kind of do some things and, you know, take some growth opportunities myself. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do with them is give them the growth opportunities that I was afforded by Ms. Cox.
If you've been on campus in the last couple of months, you may have noticed a little bit of construction happening. The new technology center is going to open, I know, hopefully in about a year. What's that going to do for students?
It's going to be beautiful. If you've seen the renderings of it, it is an amazing project that they're working on over there. But more than anything, it's just going to provide more and more opportunities for our students. You know, better workplaces, you know, more rooms, It's just going to be what our students need, and ultimately that's kind of, you know, the whole purpose of the CTE and that whole pathways is that we have students that have those career interests, and it's our job to kind of, you know, give them the opportunities to fulfill those interests. And that's kind of where that new building comes in, is we were in dire need of one. I mean, it was a kind of a rough building. But this is serving not just our kids, but it's serving our community, because these are the kids that are going to be going out into our community, immediately making an impact in our workforces.
If you're planning to attend a home game this year for sports, it's going to look a little different when you walk in, something called GoFan. Can you explain a little bit more about what that is?
Yes, GoFan is a digital ticketing system, and it's just now kind of coming to Grayson County this year, but it's been around multiple counties in our region for years to go. I remember it becoming really popular during COVID is kind of when I seen it kind of really burst onto the scene, because ticket sales had to be limited during that time, and you can do that with the GoFan. Obviously, we're not limiting ticket sales or anything like that. But the GoFan is a digital ticketing system, basically, where you can go online or go through an app and purchase your ticket ahead of time. And basically, you just come through, click a button, and, you know, it verifies your ticket and you walk on in. It's going to be a change for the community, because, I mean, we for years have been a cash-based system, but you know, this allows us to do several different things, not just sell tickets out the door. We can sell tickets in advance. We can sell season passes. We have all kinds of different ticketing options that I think is going to be good for our community.
To me, one of the best aspects of this is students now get in free to all games. I know we had a conversation a couple of years ago about you really wanting to improve and get more students at games, and I'm sure this is one of your ideas in making that happen.
Yeah, we've kind of tinkered. We've been on the, I will say, border of being pretty much students free for a couple of years now, because we've done some things as kind of reward incentives to allow students to come to home games for free, and we've had those options. But yes, I mean, now, you know, here's the thing. Kids can put a few extra dollars in their pocket by not having to buy a ticket if they would have had to buy a ticket. And, you know, now they got Coke money, pizza money, whatever they want from the concession stand. And ultimately, that's what I wanted us to get back to. I want a full student section. I want kids out, you know, making us kind of the student section that everybody else wants to be in the third region. So I think that's a good start to this whole GoFan thing, is students get in free. You have no excuses. Come out, support the teams, and have fun when you're here.
It helps a lot, too, when you've got some good teams coming this year for sports. You've got a boys basketball team that went to the region tournament. You've got girls basketball that was in the region semifinals and so on. Volleyball won a game in the region. How excited as a principal does it make you for and I didn't even mention football. You know, had another great season. I could keep on going and going. Tennis and everything. Had a great year. What's it like as a principal being excited about a new sports season?
I mean, honestly, that's as a coach, that's kind of my forte. I loved going out into the lunchroom talking about kids, or talking with kids about how the season's going, how they're playing, things like that. And, you know, anytime your school is successful at something, it just puts a little extra pep in your step, and you bow that chest out a little bit, and you're ultra prideful about that. But you're right. I mean, we are coming off of a season of a lot of successes, and, you know, I think that we're going to have even more successes this year, and, you know, hopefully a couple of those teams pop through and not just win a region, but we can go to state in a few things too.
Sounds good to me. That's Principal Shane Decker. We'll have more coming up on the halftime show after this. This has been Cougar Conversations right here on K105.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
When garbage is thrown on the ground, tossed out a car window, illegally dumped, or poured down storm drains, it all ends up in our streams and lakes. Which means that Pretty soon, we'll be reeling in more trash than fish. Do your part to keep our new Kentucky home clean. Thanks, Team Kentucky.
When I grow up, I want to be a ballerina.
Because dancing makes me happy. I get to entertain people, and nothing makes me feel more like me.
PI impacts millions of children's lives. Early and accurate diagnosis and treatment gives children like Olivia a chance to achieve their dreams.
It takes a great team to put on a show. It also takes a great team of caring people to keep a dream alive. And now my dreams are coming true.
For more information, visit our website at info4pi.org.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Cougar football on K105.
19-3 Cougs up at the half. The second half's next here on K105.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay. Well, with a routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable. Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here? Biologically, no. Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Edmonson County, where Grayson leads 19-3 at the half against Edmonson County. Wildcats ran 13 plays for 46 yards in the first half. Grayson County ran 23 plays for 181 yards. But, John, the big thing here, both of these teams, 7 penalties for 50 yards. I'm sure that was the number one thing that was discussed at the half.
Oh, I'm sure in both locker rooms that was the top subject.
And I think for Grayson County, though, you're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, you've moved the ball well. You've overcame your mistakes and look really good on offense and defense.
So you're getting ready to be triple zeros on the clock as we'll start the second half of play. It will be Edmonson County ball to start. After Grayson County started with the ball, the Cougars had the ball 3 times. Both teams had the ball 3 times in the half. Edmonson County could only turn that into 3 points. Grayson County turned it into 3 Caden Hanshaw rushing touchdowns.
Yes, that's what you want to see is keep that clock moving and keep if you end every possession in a touchdown, you're going to win a lot of games.
I think so. That's probably a pretty good thought. Next week, home opener for Grayson County. Remember, that game starts 30 minutes earlier, so it'll be a 6:30 kickoff for Grayson County. And right now, it is looking like absolutely perfect weather as the Anderson County Bearcats make their first ever trip to Litchfield. We'll have the coverage at 6 o'clock. Then on K105, K105 Digital Productions. If you're watching or listening with us right now, you just come back to that same place, and we'll be there next week for the Cougars and the Bearcats.
That'd be a good opportunity to play someone you've never played before.
And see, my high school, we played them in the playoffs 3 or 4 times when I was in high school.
Oh, wow.
So I've been to Anderson County High School actually 3 times. Okay. Here comes the kick from Evan Hasty for Grayson. It's actually the fake kick again. Hasty's going to kick it deep, and it's going to be caught at the 10-yard line by Sailing for the Wildcats. He comes to the near side, hits the 15, breaks a tackle there, and bounces it now to the far side, and dropped on the play at the 20-yard line, and a very late penalty flag comes in after the play. I don't know what that could be. It didn't look like there were any blockers on that far side.
I didn't see anybody over there in that area.
And it looked like a clean tackle, so I don't know what this could be. Maybe the hold happened earlier and the ref just could get the flag out of his pocket.
Might have been.
Well, he's pointing towards Grayson County.
Wow.
Well, no, but the Edmonson County looks like they're moving in the wrong direction. I'm not really sure what this could be about.
Well, he went low, so it couldn't have been a face mask.
We'll have to see.
Oh, they're going to
discuss this.
I'm not sure what they're doing.
Brian Jones doesn't look too thrilled, and he wants an explanation as to whatever this might be. And if it's on Grayson County, I don't understand what happened, but now they're having a full-on discussion. Brian Jones, none too thrilled. So this has to be on Grayson County. And, John, I didn't see it. Doesn't mean it didn't happen, but it's...
Yeah, I'm the same. I was watching the play.
Brian Jones is fired up right now on the sideline. I'm not sure I've seen him quite this upset in quite some time. I don't know what the penalty could be. No flag.
Oh, he's waving
picking
it
up.
off.
I kind of agree. I didn't see. And again, that happened literally as far away from possible from us.
It is, but it was kind of a one-on-one out in the open, and toward the area they threw the flag, and it would look like a low, clean tackle.
As it'll be Edmonson County ball on the 24-yard line. Grayson leads 19-3. Here as we start the second half of play, and if you're Edmonson County, you got to score a touchdown here.
Yeah. If you turn the ball back over to Grayson County without scoring here, it's going to be a long night, I'm afraid.
Because you've not shown that you can stop the Cougars at all tonight. Fullback dive up the middle to Orvis. Orvis will carry it to the 26-yard line. 2-yard gain on the play. Brought down in there for Grayson County. First man was Noah Cowan for the Cougars.
Noah Cowan and Maddox Anderson made a good play there on that.
They converged on the inside, and that's the best part about defense is you have your buddies to help you out.
You do. And like I said, they did make a good tackle there.
Edmonson County going in the shotgun formation, trips near side, one to the left. Muse will pass, setting up a screen, and it is caught. Nice catch by White. It was a high pass. White turns upfield, but he's met on the play by Jamison Buster. It'll be a 3-yard gain up to the 29-yard line. Not a good pass by Muse at all.
No.
White, though, an incredible catch to go back and grab it.
He did, but he left his receiver's ribs exposed if Jamison had been a little closer.
And as a receiver, you do not want to be hit there at all.
No, you do not.
3rd down and 5 for the Wildcats. 19-3, Grayson leads early second half. Here on a picture-perfect Friday afternoon in Brownsville. Handoff up the middle, diving near the first down marker and getting enough to move the chains was Orvis. It'll be a gain of 6 to the 35. It's the fullback dive. DeWeese acted like he had it on the misdirection, but Orvis carries it up the middle.
Yeah, he made a nice run up the middle there. Safety had to come up and make the tackle.
Shane Hall in on the tackle there for Grayson County. The first down and 10 for the Cougars. 10-15 and counting. Third quarter, 19-3 Grayson. Cougars trying to claim the tobacco stick for the 7th straight time and claim the series advantage for the first time in the history of this game. Pump fake for Muse. Now he's going to float it near sideline, and it is caught by DeWeese. Big gain down across the 40-yard line, down to the 36. They pump fake. It was one-on-one between Buster and DeWeese makes the play to the 36. Gain of 29.
Yeah, Buster kind of bit on the play fake. Good thing he's fast enough to make up for it.
Because if he didn't bring him down, that would have been a touchdown for Blaine DeWeese. 29 yards in the gain. Biggest play of the night for the Wildcats. And now if you're the Grayson County defense, you just got to recollect. You're okay.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Just keep them in front of you.
And you've got the 16-point advantage.
You do. And that's the first time he showed that deep
Handoff
pass.
near side. White runs right into his blockers in front and ended up spinning down for a couple of yards on the play. As Camden Cornwell was in on the tackle for Grayson County. They're going to give him to the 33, give him 3 yards on the gain. As White, the hole never developed. He just ran behind his right tackle and kind of gave him a shove.
Yeah, he kind of ran over his tackle, and his tackle pretty much made the tackle.
2nd and 7. 9 minutes remaining third quarter, 19-3. Grayson leads. Orvis the fullback. DeWeese in motion. It is going to be kept by Muse right side, crosses the 30-yard line, and an ankle tackle made by Grayson County. Ethan Mudd came around the edge, slowed him up. Looked like Hanshaw might be in there as well, or give him down to the 27. That's a gain of 6. Bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Wildcats.
Ethan Mudd made a good play there. You know, he hit him low and brought him down.
Just made enough to slow the momentum of the quarterback Muse, who is a big kid listed on the roster at, over 200 pounds. As a quarterback, that's big. Not much height, but he's a bowling ball.
He is.
3rd and 1. It's just going to be a quarterback dive up the middle. Looks like it's enough.
I think
Muse ends up breaking through, and they called forward progress down to the 25. Somehow he got out of that, but the whistles had blown beforehand. Give him 2 yards to the 20, or just, well, they can give him 2 or 1. It is 2 down to the 25. 1st down, Edmonson County. They're moving the ball here. This will be play number 8 on the drive. 8 minutes remaining. Third quarter, 19-3. Grayson leads. Edmonson got into the red zone earlier, and Cougars held them to a field goal. Run, White. He's stopped in the backfield, breaks through one tackle, breaks a second one, hits it inside the 20-yard line, and he's down to about the 16. Cougars had 2 blue hats on him in the backfield, and White was able to break both of the tackles and carries it down to the 16 for a 9-yard gain.
Yeah, he just
It's
made him
actually
miss.
the 17, 8-yard gain. That was just bad tackling for Grayson.
Yes, it was.
And what is Kevin Embry probably going to say after that play?
Oh, he's going to be preaching, wrap them up, bring them down.
And keep contained.
Keep contained.
Keep
well,
contained.
They did kind of force him back inside. We just did not make the tackle that time.
2nd and 2. It is a run left side for White. He breaks that back up towards the middle. He's inside the 10 on the misdirection. Colton White's got enough for the 1st down. And Edmonson County on this drive is really doing whatever they want. It's carried down to the 8, 9 yards on the gain. And immediately a couple of substitutions coming in on that defensive line for Grayson County. You've got Tristan Brooks coming in, and looks like Will Vincent also going to come in.
Yeah, we...
Well, now somebody is going to have to leave. Will Vincent trying to get off the field, and he does just in time.
He got off just in time.
It is a pitch near side to Weiss. He runs upfield, gets to about the 5 on the play. Ethan Mudd brings him down on the tackle, and there is a Cougar down after the play.
Yeah, I believe maybe Brooks is down on the play, maybe.
It does appear to be Tristan Brooks, who just came into the game. And that is not what you want to see. Hopefully, you're thinking this early in the season that it might be a cramp. Cougars are giving him a lot of space, and hopefully Tristan is okay in this scenario as the carry went down to the 5, which is a 3-yard gain. This will be the 11th play of the drive for Edmonson County. Hopefully everything's okay in this scenario for Tristan Brooks. 6:10 remaining here in this third quarter. It is 19-3. Grayson County leads Edmonson. See if we can't find a couple of scores from around the area. Greenwood leads Westmoreland, Tennessee, 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. At the half, Monroe County leads Warren Central 36-8. Whites Creek, Tennessee defeats Franklin Simpson tonight, 42-33. Glasgow over Clay County, Tennessee, 49-0. Jackson County, Tennessee leads Clinton County 14-12 at the half. Those are a couple of the scores that I can see as well. We'll flip over to, I got a couple of different outlets here. I'm triple screening here. We got too many screens.
We got a lot
here.
of screens going on in this room.
We got quite a few. Ryle defeats Covcath tonight, 26-20. That's between two top 10 or 15 teams in the region. And John, I'll be honest with you, that's like it's like for me being a Bengals fan, that's like when the Steelers play the Ravens. I'm like, can both teams lose? As a Cooper Jaguar, we don't like either one of those.
Oh, I'm sure.
Let's see what else we can find. I mentioned the Greenwood score. We continue to scroll through here. LaRue County defeats Thomas Nelson 54-0. That is a final score. Butler County leads Breck 20-14 early third quarter. And the injured Cougar is heading off, being helped off the field by Grayson County. That does appear to be Tristan Brooks. And hopefully Tristan is okay. Yeah. Those are a couple of the scores. Frederick Douglass and Highlands are headed to double overtime. It is 13-13.
There's some good defense must have been played in that game.
Yeah, two really good, solid teams. That's happening up in Highlands. And one of Highlands' best players, a guy by the name of Caden Lorenzen, the son of Jared.
I was just going to ask, was he related to the hefty lefty?
He's a tight end.
Oh, wow.
Looks just like him. And I think he wears 22. If not, he better.
I would think so.
Second and goal from the 5 out of the injury timeout. Edmonson County, they've been able to do whatever they want on this drive. They shift blockers to the left side of the line. They fake the pitch. Instead, it's a fullback dive up the middle. End zone touchdown, Edmonson County. The run goes in for Orvis from 5 yards out. And the Wildcats are on the board here in this third quarter. It is now 19-9, and presumably they're going to go for 2. They brought those extra blockers on the left side of the line, forcing the Grayson County defense to vacate the middle.
They did. They shifted with those two big guys, and then they came back on the backside.
That's the downside of these scenarios, because if you don't shift, then they run to that side, and it's what makes that offense so hard to stop.
Yes, it is.
2-point conversion. If I'm Edmonson County, I'd probably do the same exact thing.
Oh, yeah, I would too.
And there is a timeout taken on this 2-point conversion by Justin Vessels. And, John, that's a timeout that you might need in this game.
Yeah, that could be a very important timeout. I would hate to waste the timeout there in that situation. You know, if you get the 2-point conversion, it's a one-possession game, but you might need that timeout then.
Grayson leads 19-9 now with 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Again, Grayson will play against Anderson County. They start a 3-game homestand. They got Anderson, McLean, and Butler. Butler will be homecoming here in a couple of weeks. And then district play opens up. You open up at Greenwood. And then at Barron County. I always get to say Barron County, one of my favorite places to attend, John, because we get to broadcast from the bathroom.
Oh, I've heard about that.
It is, and you know, if you remember the game a couple of years ago that kicked off, I think at 3 in the morning, because it was a very late game. Right. It was the second game of the night.
Yeah, that's when we went down there and played in a bowl game.
Yep, Kaylor Decker and I needed a Red Bull about halftime.
It was a late night. I was there.
It was a very late night. Okay, here we come. 2-point attempt for Edmonson County. They're doing the same thing, shifting blockers to the left side of the line. Let's see what they do. Faking the toss. Muse looking to pass, throwing off in the flat. It's caught, but short of the line. Nice play made by Grayson County to end and stop the 2-point conversion attempt. Mudd in on the tackle. 19-9, Cougs lead, 6 minutes left, third quarter. It's Cougar football on K105.
Ready to make a splash for a cause? Join the Ducking Hunger Regatta at Litchfield Aquatic Center, Monday, September 1st. Every $5 ticket supports the Grayson County Alliance Food Pantry. And with only 2,000 tickets available, your odds are better than ever. Plus, you could win the grand prize of $1,000. Dive in and help us float toward a hunger-free community. Visit gc-alliance.com to secure your ticket today. Help us paddle against hunger.
Measles cases are on the rise, but there's good news. The MMR vaccine is the safest way to protect yourself and your community from measles, mumps, and rubella. Measles isn't just a rash. It can lead to serious health issues like pneumonia and brain swelling, even in healthy kids. That's why doctors recommend 2 MMR doses for lifelong protection. And cost shouldn't be a barrier. Many vaccines are free, even without insurance. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. This message is paid for by Kentucky.
19-9. Grayson County leads 6 minutes remaining, third quarter here in the Tobacco Bowl. Cougars have had the ball 3 times tonight, and all 3 of those drives have ended in Caden Hanshaw rushing touchdowns. John, I don't know about you. That sounds pretty good right now.
It does. I'd like to see one more and about a 6-minute drive here to finish this quarter off. Be nice.
Caden 51 yards away from 3,000 for his career as well. Maybe a long run for that. kick caught back at the 11-yard line by Jamison Buster. He takes it up to the 20, to the 25, breaks a tackle at the 30, and that's where he's brought down at about the 32-yard line for Jamison Buster, a return of over 20 yards. That's where the Grayson County offense comes out, where they didn't do much wrong except for a couple of penalties.
No, they haven't. They've looked pretty good. So about a 22 yards on that one. He's having a good night on his returns.
23 plays for 181 yards in the first half for Grayson County. And really the story on both sides has been penalties. And that's in a way to be expected for the first game of the season.
Yeah, we did start that first drive off of the second half with no penalties, I think. So
let's hope we didn't just jinx it.
Let's hope.
Extra blocker in the backfield. Bratcher under center. It'll be a give to Hanshaw. He tries to get it up across that far side. This one is coming back. I think you got to wear that one. Yeah. It's a penalty. I think that one's on you.
Yeah, it is.
For saying no penalties. And
I think that's my fault. Jinx. Uh-oh.
Slow to get up after the play.
Not what we want to see.
I'm not sure if that's Hanshaw or not.
It looks like the area he went down.
And I do not see Caden right now on the field at all, and that's the last thing Grayson County needs. And, well, let's hope that that's in the way that it is, that he's stretching, that makes me think it's a cramp.
Yes, very well could be.
And there was a penalty called against Grayson County. I'm assuming it was a hold.
It was. He did call a hold.
And Hanshaw is the player cramping for Grayson County. At least that's what it appears to be. And if you're Grayson County, you're saying, thank goodness it's just a cramp.
It does. Scott's over there stretching him out, and I think that's what it is.
Yeah, if they don't usually do that to knee injuries.
No, they don't.
Brian Jones asking for an explanation from the head official, saying, hey, what happened there? Did you call a penalty?
Yeah.
And it is going to only be about a 4-yard holding penalty, I guess. Move it back to the 3-yard holding penalty, back to the 30-yard line. So they're still going to talk this over. Let's see what other scores we might have. Davis County defeats Russellville 45-6. Greenwood early in the second quarter leads Westmoreland, Tennessee 13-0. 5:48 remaining here in the third quarter. Grayson leads 19-9. Perfect night and really a great Cougar crowd. They're over there on that far side, and
I think we outnumber the home crowd. I really do. I mean, that far side, the bleachers are packed, the whole sideline's packed, the end zone's on the with the chairs all the way around.
I mean, I look up and down if you brought your chair right now, I don't know that you'd have a spot to sit.
Not unless you're in the end zone, because they're already circling around in both end zones. It's a great following.
Hanshaw looks like he's about to be helped up right now. Let's just hope that he is okay. He's walking off limping. Not putting much weight, but I'm assuming it looked like it was a cramp. First game of the season. It's not super hot, but it's not like it's cold by any stretch. It's humid.
You know, and he's carried the ball a whole lot more tonight than he did in either preseason game. So, I could see it being a cramp.
That was his 10th carry of the night, and he's playing both sides of the ball, too.
Yes.
Not like he's getting any breaks. 1st and 13 for Grayson County. They're going to wind the clock. Bratcher will go under center. It's a handoff, fullback dive up the middle, getting a couple of yards on the carry for Grayson County.
Who was that, Ethan Mudd for about 5 yards? Or was it?
It does appear to be Mudd. He's trying to give me the silent treatment, or it might have even been Abersold. I'm not sure who ended up getting the carry there for Grayson County as the fullback.
I'm not sure either.
Regardless, it's a gain of 5 yards up to the 35.
Because he's the fullback.
That's what I thought. Bryce Abersold on the carry of 5 yards. Abersold the fullback, Mudd the deep back. 1st down and 18, and guess what? An offside called against Edmonson County. When in doubt, you can guess on that, and that's going to turn this into 2nd and 3. That's offside number 6, I believe, on the game.
That's always a good thing.
As an offensive lineman, is there anything better than that?
No. As a quarterback, there's nothing better than that either. That your cadence is working.
And Jake Bratcher is clearly doing something right at the quarterback position. He's played a pretty good game tonight.
Yes, he has. I think he's played an excellent game.
Our hometown hangout MVP will come up in the fifth quarter show. And listen, John, we got a couple of candidates.
We do.
It's always good when it makes it hard.
When it makes a hard decision, that is good.
I formation. Bratcher gives it to Mudd. Mudd turns upfield at the 40-yard line. Nice move as he bounces it outside at the 45-yard line. Runs behind his blocker, Shane Hall. He's back toward the middle at the 45. Down to the 45-yard line. Nice run for Ethan Mudd. Give him 15 yards and a first down, Grayson County.
Oh, and Hall made a nice block, leading a couple more extra yards there.
I love the patience that Mudd showed on that run as well.
Yes, he read his block, made the cut back inside. That's what you want to see.
First down and 10 for Grayson County. Ball now on the Edmonson County 45-yard line. Cougars lead 19-9, 4:10 left, third quarter. I formation. Bratcher called for some motion, now calls it back. And I think Brian Jones is going to take a timeout, and he does. And Jones is none too thrilled. I'm not sure if that's Bratcher, if that's Abersold, if that's everybody that's getting the complaint there.
Yeah, with some new guys in the backfield, Mudd's moved from the fullback to the tailback. Everything's a little bit different.
And Jones takes that timeout. We'll have 2 remaining in this contest. Again, next Friday, Cougars home against Anderson County, 6:30 kickoff. Let's have a big crowd. Big crowd at Cougar Stadium next week. These kids deserve it. And, John, playing, is there anything better than running out to a packed house?
No. You hear that band fire up, you go out and you see a packed house screaming. There's nothing like it.
Because you probably don't remember as many specific plays as you remember the crowd, those atmospheres.
You do. You remember playing in those atmospheres. And there's nothing like Friday Night Lights. You run out, all your friends, your classmates are there cheering you on.
And the community.
Yeah. Yes, the community. And, they are the two-time defending district champs. Come out and support them.
Yes, they deserve it. As much as we love you watching with us and watch with us, go back and rewatch it.
Exactly. Listen to us on the radio while you're at the game.
Mr. McGee, give him a shout-out. I guarantee he's locked in tonight.
I bet you.
I guarantee there's no person more stressed tonight than one Mr. Spirit. He's living and dying by each play.
Yes, he is.
First and 10 from the 45, offset I formation. Abersold goes in motion, near side, far side, pitch high side to Mudd. Nice block on the outside, and Mudd breaks one tackle, breaks a second. He makes something out of nothing there. Gets it down to, I'm going to say maybe the 43-yard line.
He got about 2 there.
It was a nice block on the pole for Grayson County by Charlie McClure.
Yeah, he made a real nice block, and, Mudd got by the first tackler.
And gives him 2. And right now, there's no friend better for Grayson County in the world than what's sitting behind that right end zone.
That clock.
That's the scoreboard.
That scoreboard
that
and
clock
that clock
keeps moving. And you're up 10. Doesn't matter how much you win by.
No.
Second and 8. I formation. 1 wide receiver on each side. Bratcher. Give the Mudd again. Right up the middle he goes. He's driven backwards as he hits the 41-yard line. Nice tackle on the play made by Connor Self. And a late penalty flag. Multiple late penalty flags come in. I don't know who this is on.
I don't either. I was looking down, Sam. I did not see.
I was as well, but multiple penalty flags were thrown.
But they wasn't out when I looked down.
And that's a late after the play. That's the first unsportsmanlike conduct penalty we've had tonight. Personal foul called against Edmonson County. That's the first one we've had tonight and in a rivalry game.
That's good.
That's good.
It is.
But talk about a back-breaking penalty for Edmonson County.
Couldn't come at a worse time. You're almost, you're going to put us down close to the red zone with that, and you could not happen at a worse time for Edmonson County.
That's going to be a 15-yard penalty, moving the ball down to the 26.
I would say they're at close to a 100-yard penalty tonight.
Yeah, looking right now, it's every bit of that.
Yeah.
It's getting close. And really, both sides have not been good on that. And when we talked to Coach Jones after the game, you better believe that'll be something that we ask about. Mudd remains the deep back. Cornwell now in the game at fullback. Edmonson County showing pressure. Give the Mudd. He goes right side. Big space to work as he crosses the 25-yard line. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Grayson County. Ethan Mudd, 26 yards. A massive hole to go through and a touchdown for the orange and blue.
Sam, that offensive line on that right side opened a hole up. You could have drove a school bus through it. Ethan Mudd has to love that.
I think me and you could have run through that. That's saying something.
That's saying something, but I think you're right.
That's saying a lot. Ethan Mudd, 26 yards to the house. And that is starting to make you feel really good.
It does. And, it's nice. Your superstar tailback goes out. What do? You replace him with another guy that can take it to the house.
And you got that little dagger. You're starting to sharpen it right now.
Yes, you are.
Starting to sharpen it on the sideline. Evan Hasty on to attempt the PAT. Good snap, good hold. And it is no good. Line drive spinning kick off to the left. The kicking game not been great for Grayson County tonight.
It has been a problem. I'm sure that is something that they will go back and work on this week in practice.
So Ethan Mudd has the rushing touchdown for Grayson County. Cougars now lead 25-9. That might be a Cougar football scoregami. I don't know if you're a scoregami fan.
Yeah, that's one of those games about the 2-0 game. 25 don't happen very often.
It does not. It does not. I'm sure if you look around the state of Kentucky right now, there aren't many teams that have 25 points in the game.
And that was a shorter drive for this offense, Sam. 3 minutes and 5 seconds. That was one of our shorter drives.
Only 5 plays.
Yeah.
It helps with a couple of penalties in there as well, really on both sides.
Yeah, it does. I would think Coach Vessels is going to be really unhappy at practice Monday. Heck, he may have them in tomorrow on a film session.
And, because they've looked good at times, Edmonson, but the defense has had no answer for Grayson County at all tonight. The Cougars, 28 plays, 231 yards. They're averaging nearly 8 yards a run.
Going to win a lot of ball games like that.
Yeah, I'm sure Brian Jones, you take away the penalties tonight.
Oh, man.
There's not much to dislike.
No, we're probably up well over 300 yards if you take away the penalties tonight.
Here comes the kick from Grayson County. This time no trick. It's over to that far side. Sailing will backpedal and catch it at the 5-yard line. Sailing up that far sideline, and he's dropped.
Nice
Best
tackle.
kickoff tackling of the game for Grayson County. And it's only a return of about 13 yards for Edmonson County.
Yeah, was that Abersold over on a nice tackle?
I think it was Bryce Abersold.
I think so. He made a nice play there.
2:50 remaining here in the third quarter. Ball placed in the 18 of Edmonson County. And, if you're the Wildcats, you had success getting the ball, running a lot of those misdirections. And
yeah,
you got to keep doing it.
You do. But time to run the ball, time's not on your side. Not when you can't stop our offense.
And they've had no answer. They're probably at the point where they're going to have to start onside kicking.
Yes. If you score, you're going to have to do something.
Used to pass. 2-step drop. Floats over the middle, and it is incomplete. Intended for Blaine DeWeese up the seam. He had DeWeese, but overthrows him by a couple of yards.
He did, but he was open.
And if you're Grayson, you're probably okay with Tristan Muse throwing the ball.
Oh, yes. You really want to see that happen.
Intended for DeWeese up the middle. 2 minutes, 46 seconds remaining here in this first half.
They sent 2 guys, one down the middle and one on the right hash mark down, kind of sent them on go routes, and the guy in the middle was just open there. He just overthrew him.
Do they go back to the air here, down 25-9? Under center, this time will go Muse. DeWeese shifts. Ball is given up the middle. It comes out. Grayson says they got it. And it appears that they do. Fumble recovery for Grayson County. Miscommunication on the handoff. I don't know who ended up coming down with it.
I could not see who got the fumble.
But it is a fumble recovery for the orange and blue, and they have a chance to blow this wide open.
Yes, they do.
That dagger I was mentioning, it's sharpening. You have a chance to pull it out and start throwing it up into the air. A 9-second Edmonson County drive. And Hanshaw appears to be back into the game at running back. He is.
That's good news.
If you're Grayson County, it is.
Yes.
Hanshaw on the give. Little juke move to the left. He dives across the left side, give him about 3 on the carry down to the 16 for Caden Hanshaw. Under 2.5 left, third quarter. After the first fumble recovery of the season for Grayson County, they've got just about as good a field position as you could ask for.
Yes. Hey, this late in the rivalry game, that's what you want to see.
Good field position, a good lead, and a running clock. And by running clock, I mean the clock is running right now, not an actual
running clock.
KHSA running clock. Although if we get to that point,
it's going to be a real good night.
Going to be upset at that. Extra blocker in the backfield. It'll be Hanshaw on the run. Very patient runner. Crosses the 15, dives forward there. He just goes right behind his right tackle, and Hanshaw carries it down to about the 12 on the carry.
Yeah, he got about four or five more yards.
We'll
five
see.
more yards there, maybe.
We're gonna say the 12. Give him 4 on the run for Hanshaw.
You know, he let his hole develop there and made a nice cut back there.
Tristan Muse has not been in on defense. I don't know if he was talking to the trainer, Larry Starnes. Got to give him a shout out. Larry Starnes, he's been here so long as a trainer. He even trained Steven Smith. That's been a long
time, yes.
Long time ago. Larry's a legend, and I believe he was a member of the 1976 state championship team.
He was. Very good guy.
Oh, one of the nicest.
Yes.
3rd down and 3. Bratcher under center. It is kept by him up the middle, or I don't know where the ball went to. Hanshaw got it. And he dives it right up the middle. Kind of a weird play there.
Yes, it was. It's slow developing, and it wasn't
weird. And it's given down inside the 10-yard line. Hanshaw gets 5 down to the 7. Caden Hanshaw inching closer towards 3,000 career rushing yards. John, remind me, what year is he?
He's just a junior. First game as a junior.
I couldn't rush for 3,000 yards if you gave me 20 years.
Exactly. There's, maybe one person in Grayson County history that has done that.
You are correct.
Mr. Doug Tom.
And he was pretty good.
He was. He was really good. That's why he's got a retired jersey down here.
Extra blocker in the backfield again. This will be the final play of the third quarter. Pitch to Hanshaw. Looking for the edge. He's got it inside the 5, inside the end zone. 4 of them.
That's
for Caden Hanshaw. A 7-yard touchdown gallop. And this game is now almost out of reach. Caden Hanshaw with a rushing touchdown.
This is a night to remember for Mr. Hanshaw. If he can get that 3,000 mark here against our biggest rival, would be. How close is he, Sam?
I'd have to go and look.
Okay.
I know he's 51 prior to that point. I know our good friend Roger Lush is keeping us in track with that. I think he was 120 entering the game-ish. Lane Beasley will attempt this extra point, and he gets that one through. Grayson County leads 32-9 with 10.5 minutes remaining. He's 39 yards away, according to our good friend Roger Lush.
Okay, that's...
Do you trust Roger?
I trust Roger.
I do, too. I got to give a shout-out, too, to Roger's grandson, too, Braylon. He asked him a question earlier. He was previewing the game, talking to Braylon about him, and said, "Do you know Sam Gormley?" Braylon said, "Who?"
I saw that video.
I appreciate it.
That was nice.
Roger, the #1 Cougar fan in the state of North Carolina, without question.
You know, 13 carries, 89 yards, 4 touchdowns. That is a pretty good night.
Yeah, I think that'll do. And when you have a night like that, it makes it tough to not make yourself the hometown hangout MVP.
It does. Like I said, we're not going to have a shortage of people contending for that tonight. Jake Bratcher, I do not think, has threw an incomplete pass yet. You know, he's got a QB rating of 149.7. I think that would make most NFL quarterbacks happy.
Yes. He is running the ball hard and throwing the ball well. I mean, this offense, you take away a couple of those penalties, and it's hard to say anything's really gone wrong tonight for the Orange and Blue. 32-9, they lead. Kind of a weird score. High spinning kick, and that's going to go into the end zone. A touchback for Evan Hasty. And Edmonson County will run back out. And if you're the Wildcats, what do?
You got to let Muse throw the ball.
32-9, you're down. I mean, you've had the most success running the football tonight, but
time's not on your side.
You've got 12 minutes, 10 seconds remaining, and there's
to
just not
make
enough
up
time.
3 scores. Yeah.
And that also, when you combine that with the fact that you've not been able to stop Grayson County at all tonight.
No.
Cougars have had the ball 5 times, and all 5 of them have ended in points. Yes. 4 of them rushing touchdowns by Caden Hanshaw. And Blaine DeWeese goes in motion. They're going to throw a screen pass far side, breaking 1 tackle up the far sideline is Will Sailing. A lot of room to work. Crossing the 35, being drugged down out of bounds up near the 38-yard line. Big catch and run.
Yeah, Weston Ford made a good tackle. The first guy missed, and
they're going to say to the 36-yard line. That is a gain of 16 yards on the catch and run. 4 seconds remain now in the quarter. We'll have one more play here in this third quarter of action. First and 10 for Edmonson County, trying to get their playmakers in space. Faking the pitch, Muse will pass, floats over the middle, caught, bobbled by White. He pulls it down near the first down marker. That'll be enough to move the chains, and we'll have to wait and see in the second or in the fourth quarter what Edmonson County will be able to do on this drive, because at the end of 3, Grayson leads 32-9. It's Cougar football on K105.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
As it is 32-9 here at the start. Start of the fourth quarter here. Edmonson County will have it first down and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Misdirection handoff to White up that far sideline. He's up to the 50-yard line, crossing the 40. Big gain for Colton White on the play.
12-yard carry there by White.
He'll get it down to the, let's see where they'll officially place this. Looks like the 44. I thought he'd gotten a little bit more on the play. That will be enough to move the chains actually to the 43. First and 10 for Edmonson County. They trail 32-9 here in the 49th Tobacco Bowl. All-time series tied at 24-24. Cougars trying to win this game for the 7th straight time, which is would be the longest stretch for any team in the history of this program. Play blown dead, thrown by the back judge, and he's going to call a false start.
I've never
by
seen
the back judge.
I've never seen that happen. I don't think, Sam.
Interesting.
Usually that's a delay of game.
I wonder if it was a legal snap.
It may have been.
That's the only thing I can think of, and I believe those are the same signals.
But usually, well,
I guess he's the one.
I guess he is the he's the one, because they don't have a guy behind the linebackers there except him. So I guess that is his call.
Yeah, they don't have an umpire.
They don't have. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for.
I got you. That's what we do as partners. We got to help each other out there when the other one's struggling. Because I'll be struggling plenty this year. That brings it back 5 yards. First and 15. Another penalty for Edmonson County. To pass and sacked on the play. Evan Hasty, and that's a sack.
They're going to blow him down.
Hasty's going to have to be given a sack there.
But yes.
Muse ended up getting it away, but I believe he was down on the play. And the official says, yes.
Hey, that's a loss of 8 yards there. That's
Evan Hasty on the sack for Grayson County. That moves it all the way back to the 44-yard line. You're right.
I mean, he just blew that play up.
Hasty has really good size on the edge as a defensive lineman. He's so long and athletic that when he figures out more on how to control as a defensive end, the sky's the limit.
It is. He's got great size, great athleticism. I'm curious to see how good he can be this year.
Second down and very long for Edmonson County. Run up the middle, big gain for Orvis. He crosses the 50-yard line. Ball comes out at the end. Grayson County says they got it.
And
let's see what the call is. We've not seen anything official, and it is Grayson County ball. Orvis coughs it up.
I believe Lane Beasley there came up with the recovery.
I saw the ball come out after it, and another fumble for Edmonson County, and Grayson County has a chance to put this one to bed, if it's not already. Cougars going to have it on their own 48. (32-9). Hanshaw enters now. He is just 32 yards away from 3,000 for his career. And they're going to give it to him. He hits the 50-yard line, and he's dropped, getting up to about the 46. An ankle tackle made by Edmonson County. Give him 6 yards to the 44. Now we're at 26 yards away is Mr. Caden Hanshaw. Sam Gormley and John Decker with you here today. We appreciate you taking the time to join us. Hopefully you do all season long. Remember to subscribe to the K105 YouTube channel. You get notified then when we go live. It's the best way to watch the game. Put it up on the flat screen.
It is. Last year when we had away games and they, we put it up on the big screen at the house.
Bratcher to pass. Rolls out far side. He's going to float it. Got a receiver wide open, and it is caught. Dropped inside the 10-yard line. He had a receiver wide open up the far sideline.
He had Hall, I think, wide open.
Ball was just underthrown a hair, and Shane Hall couldn't quite bring it in over that far side, and I don't believe it would have mattered anyways because I think we have a holding called against Grayson County.
Oh, really?
It is.
So
Cougars are
that
moving back.
doesn't count, yes.
It's a good thing he didn't catch it.
But that was close to being an amazing play right there.
Moves it back to the 44. And Grayson County's looking for an explanation right now. That is a lot of penalties in this game. Really, it's the 19th combined penalty tonight. Grayson County, 9 of them for 70 yards. That just can't happen.
No, it can't. Somebody's going to be really mad at an offensive lineman there if you complete that 40-yard pass and you look back and you see a holding penalty.
Lonely place to be.
Yes, it is.
32-9, and now we have another penalty thrown on the far side. I think that's going to be a false start on Grayson County, and it is. Corbin Geary got off to a quick start. And I think Brian Jones wants a timeout, and he does. This is similar to the first quarter of play where he called this, and we'll take it with him. 9:38 left, 32-9, Cougars lead. It's Cougar football on K105.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay, but with a routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable. Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here? Biologically, no. Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Be a Grayson County Cougar. Tonight's coverage of Cougar football on K105 is brought to you by Doodah Hudson State Farm. Like a good neighbor, Doodah is there. And I'm sure she's loving what she's seeing from this Grayson County offense and team here tonight, and looking for maybe some insurance, some more points here right now. Second and long for Grayson County after a couple of penalties. Play fake. Bratcher looking to throw up the seam. He's looking for Tyner. Caught. No, incomplete. Hit Tyner in the hands. Really nice play by the safety. Bringing in there was Will Sailing. He hit Tyner as soon as that ball hit him in the hands, and Tyner is down after the play. That was just really good defense by Edmonson County.
That safety read that perfect, and he just hit him as the ball hit his hands.
And Tyner is walking off the field on his own power. His helmet did come off. Yeah, it was just he had him. The safety just made a good play, and hey, that's football.
It is. You know what, though? We'll take passes like that all season. I mean, the last two, he's been right there on target. Tyner's fell down again.
3rd down and 19 for Grayson County. 9.5 remaining here in the ball game. 32-9. All Grayson County tonight. Caden Hanshaw, 4 rushing touchdowns. Ethan Mudd added a 5th. That's how Grayson County's gotten their scoring tonight. 3rd and long. It's going to be the give to Hanshaw up the middle. He hits the 40-yard line to the 45 to the 50. A lot of space to work. 45, 40. It might be a house call. Inside the 20-yard line, running up the sideline. Touchdown, Grayson County. 3,000 yards for Caden Hanshaw and a 61-yard touchdown for touchdown number 5 of the ball game.
That is a play that this kid will remember forever. Crossing the 3,000 against this biggest rivalry on his 5th touchdown of the night.
That it? You think maybe he could help his team out next time?
If we had any doubt on who the hometown player of the game, I think he's making a big
hometown
argument.
MVP there in the fifth quarter show. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough. Because what are we at rushing yards now for Kate?
Let's see.
That was a 61-yard touchdown.
15 carries, 156.
That'll do.
We'll take that every night. 5 touchdowns.
3,000 career rushing yards as well. And let's see this extra point.
Who is kicking it this time?
It will be
Beasley.
Looks like Lane Beasley. Yeah, you can tell by the knee brace.
Yes, that's how I can tell them apart.
3,000 career rushing yards for Caden Hanshaw. What a way to do it. 156 rushing yards. As it is 9 minutes and 17 seconds here remaining in the game. Here comes the PAT. Not a great snap. It's put down, and it is good. 9:17 remaining. Grayson County is blowing out Edmonson County 39-9. It's Cougar football on K105.
Okay, time to see if I got it.
Yes!
It is my honor to welcome you to the class of 2029. See you, teachers! Congratulations and welcome to the Big Blue Nation! Everyone deserves a bright future. Find your future at futurity.org.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options.
Not a bad day at the office at all for Mr. Caden Hanshaw today.
No, it's not.
John, you mentioned His stats, 15 rushes, 156 yards. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 rushing touchdowns for the junior. He's on pace now for 50 rushing touchdowns this year.
We'll take that.
Sean Alexander, watch out.
Yeah.
I don't know if Sean Alexander still holds the state rushing.
I don't know, but he held it for a long time.
He was pretty good.
He was. He was really good. He's from up in your neck of the woods.
He is. He's from Boone County. I went to the other school in that county, and they lost tonight. They played a tough game tonight against a team from Cincinnati, so we don't need to give the Cooper update of the night.
You know,
Here comes the kick from Hasty.
You sounded like LeBron there when you counted off those
That was
5
the point,
touchdowns.
yeah. LeBron and I are very similar. And the kick is going to go, nope, be caught at the 10-yard line by Edmonson County. Looked like it was going to go out of bounds. But instead, Blaine DeWeese will scurry up the near sideline, give him about 14 yards on the return for DeWeese. That was also for our director today, Mr. Simon Drain. He's a big LeBron guy.
Well, LeBron plays for my favorite team, but I am not a LeBron guy.
Oh, no. Do I need to separate you and Simon here? Uh-oh. Edmonson County is going to have the ball on their own 24-yard line. And, John, you mentioned in the break, this would be a good opportunity to get some younger guys in there, get some experience in a rivalry game.
It would. Get their feet wet. Great experience, big crowd, it would be.
And you never know when you might need it.
Well, Charlie McClure's in the game. I don't know. I haven't called his name very many times tonight.
Yeah, you got some young guys out there.
So, yeah, he does.
Jamison Buster's still in the game at corner. Ethan Mudd's still in there.
Jamison Buster may be our leading tackler. I'm not for sure, but he has played an excellent game tonight.
It's hard to say somebody's had a bad game. To pass his Muse. Now he's going to run it right up the middle, and he runs right into the hands of Will Vincent. He breaks out of Vincent's tackle and carries it up to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 yards on the run for Tristan Muse.
He got away from Vincent, but, Camden Cornwell was right there to clean that up.
Tonight's coverage, Cougar Football on K105, brought to you by Doodah Hudson State Farm Agent. Remember, like a good neighbor, Doodah is there. Stay tuned in. Fifth quarter show. We'll have the Hometown Hangout MVP. And we'll also have the K105 play of the game. We got quite a few.
We do.
To throw in that could be doing it. 2nd and 5 for Edmonson. 8.5 left in the ball game. All Grayson County. Ball on the ground. Picked up off the turf by Muse. And he ends up diving forward, and he's going to end up getting a first down.
Yeah, he got 6 yards out of that, but that was
to the 35.
Bad snap.
39-9. Grayson County leads this game. Also in the fifth quarter show, we'll talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Mr. Brian Jones. Looking forward to talking with him, getting his thoughts on this. And listen, when you're winning by 30 against your biggest rival, it's hard not to be in at least a pretty decent mood.
He should be in a good mood, but, I know Brian, and he's not going to be happy with double-digit penalties, I don't think, tonight, or close to double-digit penalties.
Yes, no, and they are double digits. These two teams have combined for 20 penalties, 10 on each side. But I think, in a way, you probably almost like that to an extent, that you're winning by 30 and you still made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a good teaching opportunity when you go to field next week. We won't make these mistakes against Anderson County next week.
Orvis up the middle. Carries it for a gain of 4 to the 39-yard line. Grayson County will win their 7th straight Tobacco Bowl. And in fact, actually, they're going to give him to the 40, so give him 5 yards for Orvis.
Another tackle there by Maddox Anderson.
7:13 and counting here tonight.
That trip back up to Litchfield should be a pretty exciting bus ride home tonight.
Those are the fun ones.
They are.
Memories that you remember as well.
You do.
2nd and 5. For Edmonson County, under 7 minutes left in the game. Play fake. Now throwing up near side. Back shoulder. Caught by Sailing. He spins out of bounds. Up to the 48-yard line. You can give him 8 yards on the catch and run. Nice little move. Back shoulder.
It was. It was a nice pass. Nice little pump fake.
And listen, for Edmonson County, they move into a new district this year. They go into Class 3A District 2, joined by Butler County, LaRue County, Hart County, Glasgow and Adair. So we got some local teams.
They do. That should be some good rivalries in that.
Obviously, Edmonson Butler, always a good one. Hart County, just up the road from where we are right now. Not like Glasgow's very far either.
Yeah. You know,
faking the pitch, Muse to pass, floats it off into the flat, caught by Self. And he'll carry it across the 50-yard line down to the 49, 3 yards on the catch and run. Self has been put into the game here late. They've been moving him in motion a couple of times. .6:20 remaining in the game. Grayson leads 39-9. They'll open up 1-0 for the 8th straight year. Looking to go 2-0, something they haven't done in a couple of years. That Week 2 game has been a thorn in their side over these last couple of seasons. Misdirection. Handoff White, far side. He breaks a tackle, breaks a second one, crosses the 40-yard line, down to the 39, up that far sideline. That'll move the chains 10 yards for Colton White. Got out of the arms of Camden Cornwell up that far side and broke tackle of another one. We've called Cornwell's name quite a bit tonight.
We have. He's played really well tonight.
This Edmonson County team, you know, they're just shy of 200 yards of total offense. But on nearly 40 plays, that's okay.
You know, that though, I'm sure some of their district games, that'll keep you in the game.
Without question.
You know, if they cut their mistakes down, you know.
1st and 10. Self in motion. Used to pass. Looking. Throwing near side. Nice diving catch going back to grab it by Colton White to the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the completion to White from Muse. About 5 minutes remaining in the game. I do find it interesting that Justin Vessels, the head coach for Edmonson County in year 2, he doesn't wear a headset on the sideline.
I didn't pay any attention to that. That is unusual that your head coach don't have a headset on.
I'd like to know his reasoning. Not saying there's anything wrong with it. I just be curious.
Me too. It's different.
Because there are some coaches on that sideline that do have a headset, and maybe he just doesn't like it. And it's a handoff up the middle to Orvis. The bowling ball carrying down across the 30-yard line down to the 28. Nice fake.
He just kept churning those legs.
Orvis is a big guy. He's listed at 5'9", 185, but he plays almost bigger than 185. He's a bowling ball.
Yeah, he is.
6 yards on the game.
You know, I'm surprised, but he's going to be probably their leading ball carrier tonight. I wasn't expecting that coming in.
4:10 remaining in the game, 39-9. 1st and 10. Another handoff to Orvis. Nice little sidestep, crosses the 20-yard line, and he's spun down about the 22 on the run for Orvis. 6 yards on the game.
You know, there's 2 straight plays that Bryce Abersalt has made a really nice tackle when they got to that second level.
And to me, too, with Orvis, it's impressive is he was the first fumble.
Yeah.
And he is still running hard after that. And you see that sometimes that can affect a kid.
You can.
3.5 left in the game. 2nd and 5 for Edmonson. Cougars well in control. Self in motion. Handoff near side to White. He turns back upfield at the 20-yard line. Breaks a tackle down inside the 15. He stuck his toe in the dirt and just ran right upfield to the 15, 7 yards.
He made a nice cut back there, Sam.
Ball down to the 15-yard line. Edmonson enters the red zone. 3:15 and counting here in this ball game. Muse under center. White in motion. Muse to pass. Screen caught by Sailing at the 10-yard line. And ball comes out. Sailing, though, looks like he was able to get it, as it was poked out on the play by Grayson County. as the ball was popped out there by Jordan Hudspeth for the Cougars. But thankfully for Edmonson County, he was able to fall on it. Gain of 10 yards. It'll be first and goal for the Wildcats with 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the game. Tonight's coverage, Cougar football on K105, is brought to you by Doodah Hudson State Farm Agent. Remember, like a good neighbor, Doodah is there. First and goal from the 5. Muse, handoff, run left side into the end zone for an Edmonson County touchdown. That is Carter Self from 5 yards out. 2:12 remaining in the game. 39-15 pending what appears to be maybe a 2-point conversion attempt here for the Wildcats. Well, White is their kicker, and he's running out there. It's probably one of these scenarios, too, where you're not winning this game. If you're Edmonson County, you probably want to see White put one through.
It's a good time to work on it, but I don't know. Muse is coming back out calling a play.
It is. And Muse is going to go for 2 here for Edmonson County, trying to make it 17 on the scoreboard. 2:12 remaining in the game. Muse with 3 backers behind him. It'll be a give to White, and he did not get it.
He did not make it.
39-15, 2:12 to go. Grayson County closing in on winning the Tobacco Bowls. This is Cougar football on K105.
Wounded Warrior Project empowers post-9/11 veterans and their families with life-changing programs and services.
I realized I could be successful in a civilian career.
We stand by warriors and advocate for their needs going forward.
They were by my side in the hospital, and they're still with me today.
Through our programs, community, and advocacy, we're proving
anything is possible.
Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/together.
You complete me. Together we're one. I never want to be without you. Together's more fun. Together we're one.
Cougar football on K105.
Welcome back here to Edmonson County High School, where the Cougars are in control here in the Tobacco Stick. 39-15. John, the stick will remain painted orange and blue.
Yeah, I don't think the colors are going to change tonight, Sam. And these guys should leave here with their heads up high. You know, first game, I'm impressed. New quarterback.
It wasn't perfect?
No.
But you don't expect it to be.
No, it's the first game of the season. You got a lot of new guys out there, you know, in key positions. So
here comes the kick. Is it an onside attempt? Nope. No, kicking it deep. Backpedaling and catching at about the 11-yard line for Grayson County. Up to the 30-yard line. A lot of space to work. There he goes. Big return. 40, 30, 25, 20. One man to beat inside the 15-yard line. Down to the 10. Jamison Buster.
79.
Big return to the 10-yard line.
79-yard return. I think that's an exclamation on this game.
And now Brian Jones probably thinking about maybe throwing a knee down, but John, do you punch another one in here?
Oh, I'll punch one in here. I put Trig Payne in, maybe. Give him a little game action.
Or you put Caden in there again and let him get a 6?
Let him get a 6, yeah. Uh-oh, there's a flag on the play.
Oh,
guys,
there is a penalty flag on the play. Brian Jones not happy. Well, I didn't see it.
I didn't either.
Doesn't mean it didn't happen.
I didn't either.
I'm wondering if it's on Camden Cornwell. He's in the vicinity. He might be looking a little guilty.
Yeah, he's somewhere pleading his case.
I didn't do that. What are you saying?
Boy, you hate to see if you're Jamison Buster, you might come off your stats, but, you know, it happens.
Whoever did it might owe him a cheeseburger tonight.
Yeah.
He might owe him a hometown hangout meal.
I was going to say, he probably
because, hey, Jamison might have won the MVP there. He said, hey, I might have gotten some hometown hangout.
Exactly.
Let's see what this is. This is where I wish that our refs were mic'd up. Is he going to let us know what the penalty is or not? I guess not. No, he might be coming to talk to Justin Vessels. Seeing what this might be about.
We'll take that 79. Oh.
One score, South Warren defeats Bryant Station tonight, 56-35. Barron County leads Pulaski Southwestern 6-0 at the end of the first quarter. Greenwood at the half over Westmoreland, Tennessee, 13-6. Those are a couple of scores that I see coming through right now. We still have not seen an official penalty call. Grayson County has the ball on their own 35-yard line, and they never did tell us what it was.
No, but I guess it went from 79 to a 24-yard return, but I don't know what the call was.
Let's see. We've got Trig Payne into the game at quarterback here. Let's see if he'll go into the victory. It's not the victory formation, so it looks like Grayson's going to run a little bit of action. It's a run, and dropped on a loss on the play was Ethan Mudd. He's dropped for a loss of 2. And John, is that the first negative play of the night for Grayson?
Caden Tyner on that little fumble had a negative play. But other than that, that is the first negative play of the night.
And if you have the first negative play of the night in the under 2-minute mark,
yeah,
you're feeling pretty good.
It's a good night.
So it looks like Grayson County is going to win this game 39-15. Brian Jones probably in no real hurry to add anything else here.
Trig's going to be watching this back, Judge, watching the play clock.
He probably went to Brian Jones and said, "Can I throw deep?"
I'm sure.
And he is. He's rolling out. Payne looking to pass, and it is caught
Anthony
over
Linton.
the middle. First down. Move the chains. Looks like Anthony Linton. Brought down the play. Gets it down to the 46, and that's a gain of 13 yards for Mr. Trig Payne, his first career pass completion. I believe that was Linton, or was it Abersold?
I thought it was Linton. It looked like a bigger body.
Again, it's tough for us to see from our vantage point here. The windows
I don't know, Sam, how
kind of small.
Add it to a different. Oh, okay.
Showing blitz. Payne going to pass. Rolling out near side, and it is caught at the 50-yard line. Back towards the middle. Now down the near side. Lowering the shoulder and delivering a pop. That was Bryce Abersold.
Yes, it was.
On the carry. Abersold carries it down to the 40-yard line. That's a 14-yard completion. And, hey, the Cougs are driving again with 33.4 left with the backup offense on the field. I like that from Trig Payne.
Oh, I do too. I do too.
Little catch and run from Bryce Abersold. And Grayson does not need to snap it again. Let's see if they will. They might run one more play. Maybe you throw one to the end zone here?
Hey, why not? They're going to be mad at us either way, so why not?
Payne under center. No. It's going to be a pitch high side. That's Jamison Buster on the run, giving him to the 40-yard line. Down inside the 35 goes Jamison Buster. Gain of about 7 yards. And that will do it. The tobacco stick remains painted orange and blue. For the 7th straight time, it is Grayson County defeating Edmonson County in the Tobacco Bowl. Your final score, 39-15. What a night to be a Grayson County Cougar. We'll come back. Jump into the 5th quarter show after this. Again, your final score, Grayson County 39, Edmonson County 15. This is Cougar football on K105.
Ready to make a splash for a cause? Join the Ducking Tunga Regatta at Litchfield Aquatic Center, Monday, September 1st. Every $5 ticket supports the Grayson County Alliance Food Pantry. And with only 2,000 tickets available, your odds are better than ever. Plus, you could win the grand prize of $1,000. Dive in and help us float toward a hunger-free community. Visit gc-alliance.com to secure your ticket today. Help us paddle against hunger.
Measles cases are on the rise, but there's good news. The MMR vaccine is the safest way to protect yourself and your community from measles, mumps, and rubella. Measles isn't just a rash. It can lead to serious health issues like pneumonia and brain swelling, even in healthy kids. That's why doctors recommend 2 MMR doses for lifelong protection. And cost shouldn't be a barrier. Many vaccines are free, even without insurance. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. This message is paid for by Kentucky Voices for Health, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Paying for your student's college can feel overwhelming. Scholarships and grants help, but they might not cover everything. That's where the Kentucky Advantage Parent Loan comes in. With competitive low interest rates and no application, late, or other fees, the Kentucky Advantage Parent Loan offers a smooth and affordable solution. Owned and managed by a state-based nonprofit lender, we're committed to helping families like yours. Apply today and take the next step in supporting their dreams. Visit KentuckyAdvantageLoan.com or call 800-988-6333 to learn more.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family. Close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
Okay, time to see if I got it.
Yes!
It is my honor to welcome you to the class of 2029. See you, teachers!
Congratulations and welcome to the Big Blue Nation! Everyone deserves a bright future. Find your future at futurity.org.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Hey,
yes,
be a fan of the orange and blue of Grayson County tonight. They win tonight's game by a final score of 39-15. Sam and John join you back here into the booth. And listen, you're undefeated as an analyst.
Yeah, a lot better than my playing days against Edmonson County.
Yeah, I don't think you won one, right?
Did not win one. So,
but this game means so much moving forward in this season because you lose this and all of that momentum you've gained the last 2 years, it takes a little bit of a hit because this is such a big game.
It does. This is a big game, especially moving into a new district. So you want to come out on a positive note and be ready for this district play.
Because you got some tough teams on the schedule. There's no question about that. I mean, next week, Anderson County is an unknown. Yeah. They've got a legendary head coach in David Buchanan who has been everywhere coaching football. He's done a great job wherever he's been. So that's going to be a challenge. You've got a McLean County team that is playing with a passion this year. They're playing with a purpose.
They are.
Butler County, listen, they're Butler County. You know it's going to be a tough game no matter what. And then the district, you've got Greenwood, you've got Barron County, you've got Warren Central. And then have you heard of this school? Is it Bowling Green? Red? Green? White?
Yeah, I've heard of Bowling Green a few times, you know.
We don't need to talk. They've won 2 straight state championships,
Exactly.
so we don't need to talk about who they've beaten in those games. It's not important. I'm going to start to cry if that happens because my Cooper Jaguars, they're our kryptonite. But still, you have an opportunity to do some really cool things this year and build off of what these last 2 years are doing. But to do that, you had to win tonight.
You do. It all starts with your first game.
And you can't go 2-0.
Without going 1-0.
Without going 1-0. Coming up on our 5th quarter show, brought to you, well, actually, Hometown Hangout doesn't sponsor this. They sponsor the Locker Room Show, but we will have the Hometown Hangout MVP a little bit later on. We'll have the K105 play of the game, which We got a couple of really good ones.
We got some choices to make.
To make. I think one is coming to mind.
Yeah, I do too.
But, hey, you never know. We'll have that. We'll talk to Coach Jones. In fact, he's making his way to us right now. I'm sure he's going to be wanting to look at some stats. He's going to be wanting to talk about some other things. We'll have all that and a whole lot more. Grayson County wins their 7th straight Tobacco Bowl. Oh, are we going to have Coach True maybe coming up here too? Oh, boy.
No, he's not coming up. He's the highlight of basketball practice. I know.
Oh, listen. Coach True, he gets him in line.
He does.
And he is going to be a stud, I think, fullback here in about 15 years. Oh, but he's going back to Dad. He says, Dad, I want to come do the post-game interview as well. Well, we'll talk to Coach Jones next. Cougars win 39-15 over Edmonson County. This is Cougar Football on K105.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out that self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health.
Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
You complete me. Together we're one. I never want to be without you. Together's more fun. Together we're one.
Cougar Football on K.
Welcome back here to Edmonson County High School, where the Grayson County Cougars are winners today against Edmonson County in the Tobacco Bowl by the final score of 39-15. We're joined now by Coach Jones, and Coach, 7 straight in this series. And maybe the most important thing is Grayson County, this game has now been played 49 times, has never had the series advantage until right now. 25-24, they've taken the advantage from Edmonson County. And listen, as John and I said right before we came back, in order to go 2-0, you got to go 1-0.
That's absolutely. I spoke to some people earlier today, and I didn't say 2-0. I said 10-0. But either way you want to flip it, you got to be 1-0 first. And I thought it kind of played out just the way that I told the kids it would. That playing down here is different. And early on, I was like, man, this is going to be a game. And we were doing fine on offense, but they were moving the ball a little bit too. We held them to that one field goal, and I thought, that was good. And then we had just a masterful drive late there before halftime to get the extra score. And that was the first time I felt like we really imposed our will on them. We went a little hurry-up tempo and just ran right at them. And I thought Jake did a really good job of reading our zone option stuff, our RPO stuff in that drive. Very, very efficient. And, I think that was kind of the turning point of the game. But, we told them there at halftime it's just still a 2-point game or 2-score game. Expect their best shot coming out. And by God, they gave it to us. Drove right down the field and score. And, then I was like, well, we got to do something. And we had a great answer. You know, I mean, we came right back down and scored 2, and that's probably a little deflating, especially I don't know what the time of possession was, but I'd say it was pretty large in our favor. And that makes it tough to be on that side of the ball with minimal possessions and minimal time with the ball. And, you know, so I thought our kids executed well. A little sloppy. You know, I don't like the penalties. But it's week 1, and we've got some new guys up front, you know, replacing those guys from last year. And so a little antsy and a little jittery, and, you know, we got some false start penalties that I'd like to see cleaned up. But I still think for the most part, other than the one drive where I felt like they controlled the line of scrimmage, the rest of the game I felt like we pretty much controlled the line of scrimmage, and I think that's important for our style of play, that we do that. And so really big kudos to those guys up front, because we kind of preached that this week, that, you know, this game will be won and lost on the line of scrimmage, and I think, you know, we won it on the line of scrimmage, and we won it on the scoreboard. So it's happy to see that.
I hope this comes off the right way when I ask this, of being, is it almost a good thing that you had so many penalties in a game that you won by a lot? So it's not like they're coming out of this saying, oh, we're you know, back-to-back district champions, we're going to go 10-0, we're going to win the state, you know, kind of thing, where it's almost like you can show on the film saying, look at all of these things we still screwed up. We won by this much. Just think how much we win by if we have – I think we had you for 10 penalties if you have 5.
Yeah. No, I absolutely. You know, the penalties didn't cost us much. You know, yes, it cost us some yards, but it didn't cost us a touchdown, didn't cost us a game. It didn't, you know, really have much bearing on the on the game at all. So it was a good, I guess, if you want to look at it this way, the right opportunity for us to have some of those errors where it doesn't magnify things and then you really tense up. We were able to kind of make the mistakes but still stay loose and bounce back and still have good drives and score and do some good things. So it will be good for us in film session. I think it's good for them really to still win and have some mistakes. You know, we weren't perfect by any means, you know, on either side of the ball. And so it's good to be able to make some mistakes but still have the win, because now we can go to film on Monday and say, hey, look at these, look where you're out of position, this is what you need to do, and we can learn and be comfortable, and it's not you know, debilitating that we have mistakes and they score and take the lead and now we've got to really answer. You know, those things can really freeze you up and compound things. And so this was a good opportunity, I think, for some guys that haven't had a lot of experience to get some experience, make some mistakes, and learn. You know, had this been, you know, a Greenwood or Barron County or Bowling Green district game, you know, hopefully the goal is by then we've cleaned up the mistakes. We're more disciplined with our snap count and things like that. And so, yeah, so it's a good opportunity for our group right now with as many fresh faces as we had on the field, you know, to kind of grow as we're going along.
Do you think Caden can maybe help you out on offense next week? I mean, 15 carries, 156 yards, 5 touchdowns. I mean, can he help?
5 touchdowns?
5 touchdowns?
Jesus.
Can he maybe help you out next week? I mean, he's only on pace for 50 touchdowns this season, and that's not counting playoffs.
Yeah, that's a good start to the season for sure.
And crosses 3,000 career yards. And remind me, what year is he?
Just a junior.
And what game is this?
Game 1.
And he has over 3,000 rushing yards.
Yeah. Incredible. He's a heck of an athlete. He's a heck of a young man. You know, I'll be honest with you. I'm on him a lot about things outside of his ability to play the game. You know, like we talked at the end there, he got the little throw the ball away, delay game penalty, and right or wrong or different, not a big deal to me. But I told him, I said, listen, I said, you know, you want every call to go your way. So Barry Sanders played 13 years in the NFL, never spiked the ball once, handed it to the official every time. I said, I want you to start working on handing the ball to the official. After every run, you are handing it to someone. You know, and it's just those other things that we try to work on, because he's got all the ability in the world. He's not 2-time district player of the year for no reason. But I'll be honest, that comes from people around him. You know, don't get me wrong, he's great. He's played behind very good offensive linemen. He's played behind a couple of really good fullbacks that are selfless. And, you know, so that at times he is doing some things. He's making something out of nothing. but a lot of times he's making something out of something. And, and I think he isn't very, boastful and arrogant and things like that, because I think at times it's hard to play for a guy like that. And I think for the last 3 years we've had a group of guys that are willing to play for him and play hard, and he's reaping the benefits of it. And because he makes them look good just as much as they make him look good. So, he's on track for really good things. I'll be honest, after the scrimmages, we've got some really good running backs in our program. Ethan Mudd was able to come in when Hanshaw cramped up. We didn't miss a beat. We popped Cornwell in there at fullback because he'd run into a Mack truck if you asked him to. And we just kept moving the ball. And Hanshaw come over and he said, "Hey, I'm good, Coach." I said, "Good, stay over here. We're going to let E. Mudd run this one out." And he had the big run and for a touchdown. And I'll be honest, that in 4 years, I told Ethan this when we finally pulled him out. It's probably the best football game I've ever seen him play. Both sides of the ball, he was just around the football, making tackles, great blocks, great runs. I mean, he just did everything tonight. And I'm really, really thrilled to see that for him because he's a silent guy, doesn't say a whole lot, just comes in, does his work. And it's a glorious position to be a fullback. And there's not a lot of people out there doing it anymore. We've been blessed to have some good ones, and he's a doggone good one. They started doing some, one thing we didn't do. We didn't run veer or tout our option game, not one time. Never was called one time.
When's the last time Grayson County didn't run that in a game?
I don't know. Probably.
When you played?
Oh, yeah.
It's been a long time. But, they were doing some stuff funky up front, and so I was just like, well, we're able to do some other things, and so we were able to not do it. So that's probably a good thing as well because, we didn't put it on film. And so that's some opportunities that he'll have to run the ball that he didn't get tonight. But just really, really proud of kind of where we're at right now. Again, far from perfect, but it's a darn good starting spot, and it's always nice to leave Brownsville with a win.
You got a question, John?
I was just going to say, I thought replacing, 2 or 3 senior linemen from last year?
Yeah, 3.
There was some holes out there. Me and Sam could have ran through tonight. I
That's
thought
something.
Yeah. I thought they, especially that Ethan Mudd touchdown, I think you could have drove a bus through there.
Yep. Yeah. I agree 100%. We found out real quickly in the scrimmages that when we hosted the one that we felt like we were going to be pretty good up front or have a chance to be. We've got the Cowan cousins. They're not brothers, but, on the right side that are doing a really nice job. But they're still learning and coming along. But Maddox Anderson and Corbin Gary on the left side are probably as good a combo side that, have been, a left guard and a left tackle together, 2 players that we've had since I've been here, for 11 years now. We've had some really, really good linemen, but I don't know if we've had 2 side by side like that just, and they were the guys pulling around on kind of, they're athletic for their size, they're strong, they're hard nosed, but I think the Cowan guys are coming in and they're on the play side of it, so they've got to have the really nice down blocks and everything like that, and so. And then we've got Cade Whitman, who's moved into center for us, and that's not an easy position to roll into. And this is the environment you're in for your first game, and so all the way around, those guys I think are got an opportunity, and only one of them's a senior.
Wow.
So, 4 out of the 5 will be back next year. Corbin's the only senior out of the bunch, so they've got an opportunity to be really, really good. And, you return 4 guys, not to start talking about next year, but you return 4 guys up front, you find 1 more, and you got that behind them.
Oh.
It's the program's in a really good place. It just is. And I'm just thrilled to be a part of it.
Oh. Yes.
Next week, really quick, you get Anderson County, unfamiliar opponent. Grayson County's never played him. Coach Buchanan has coached at least 1 or 2 football games. He's been around a long time. I know he's got a podcast and everything. I might have to listen to that this week. He's coached everywhere in Mason County. I don't know how much you've talked with him. He seems like he's a really good coach, really good guy. They're going to be really well coached. They're probably going to be really physical. I know when I was in high school, my alma mater played them 3 or 4 times in the playoffs. Went 2-1 against them. So not that I did anything. I was just sitting in this. I was cheering hard, right?
No,
but what do you know about them?
So they scrimmaged when we hosted Fort Knox and all those guys. They scrimmaged and hosted Spencer County.
Okay.
And I was able to watch a little bit of that. And by the film that I've seen, they appear to be absolutely giants. They're big up front. They've got a big tailback. They got a huge tight end. I mean, they're huge. Now, Spencer, the little bit I watched, they were doing the 10-10 thing. Spencer had outscored them and had no problem moving the ball. But Spencer's a good ball club, and so it's hard to gauge. They were playing Washington County tonight. I'll be curious to see that on film and kind of get a real flow of the game, because that 10-10 stuff sometimes is a little bit misleading. You could go 4 straight plays and not having a single yard gained, and then it would have been a turnover, and then you bust one, or something, and it can be a little bit misleading. But they appear to be huge. The people I've talked to said that they are good up front and do a lot of things, and so I anticipate. I think they like to run the ball. We like to run the ball. It probably will go by pretty quick. Clock will probably run quite a bit, but I expect it to be a war. I really do. So hopefully our guys feel good about themselves right now and are hungry, because I do think we have a nice opportunity to roll off some here. This one I think could be a tough one, but I think we got a chance to roll off a few here before we get into district play, and that would be good to have some momentum going into the new district and everything. So they'll be tough. I really expect them to be very, very well coached and hard-nosed. I think that's just that area of football. I mean, I think that's just who they are, but don't know a ton right now, so we'll get the film and either tonight or in the morning and go to work and go to work with the boys on Monday on it and hopefully have a good game plan, and then it's just down to executing. So,
Coach, congrats on the win. I can also say from Roger Lush, you're the first Cougar football coach to hit 60% winning percentage, 33-22. So congrats on that.
Thank you.
Congrats on the win, 7 straight, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks. Go Cougars.
That's head coach Brian Jones. More on the 5th Quarter Show comes up after this.
You complete me. Together we're one. I never want to be without you. Together's more fun. Together we're one.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Kickoff could have been.
Here we come.
On K105.
Cougar football on K105.
Cougars are victors tonight against Edmonson County by the final score of, well, they turned the scoreboard off. What was it? 39-15.
Yes.
That's a weird final score.
That is an odd score.
Time to give out our Hometown Hangout MVP. We talked, and listen, if you have 5 rushing touchdowns and 150 yards and cross 3,000 for your career,
you got to be the MVP.
Cade Hanshaw is our Hometown Hangout MVP for today. We had a couple of guys we could have given it to.
Oh, yeah.
Caden, though, is our MVP, and we also got to give out our K105 play of the game. And we had a couple of them.
Oh, yes.
Nice catch by Caden Tyner. Big return by Jamison Buster, even if the penalty happened. That's a good return, but when you run 61 yards for your 5th rushing touchdown to cross 3,000 for your career.
In your first game as a junior?
I think that's your play of the game.
I think that's your play of the game.
So there you go. Those are your Hometown Hangout MVP and your play of the game. We'll come back. Oh, actually, no, we don't wrap it up. I looked down. I thought I had one more, but we got to wrap it up right now.
Okay.
So the scoring from this game really quick. I'll pull this fancy sheet up. It started off with a 9-yard touchdown run by Caden Hanshaw with 8 minutes and 41 seconds left in the first quarter. They led 6-0 at the end of one. Hanshaw then added a 20-yard field goal, or 20-yard rushing touchdown. A field goal by Edmonson County and a 10-yard rushing touchdown by Hanshaw made it 19-3 at the half. Second half started with an Edmonson County touchdown. That brought it to within one possession at 19-11. 26-yard run by Mudd after the fumble. Hanshaw punched it in from 7 yards. Another fumble by Edmonson County. Hanshaw 61. Edmonson County closed it out late with a 5-yard touchdown run, and that was that. Next week, Cougars, Anderson County. Remember, 6:30 will be the kickoff of that game, so our coverage will begin at 6 o'clock. Same time, or not same time, same place, 30 minutes earlier. Let's pack Cougar Stadium. Have a really big crowd. John, this was fun.
It was. Let's do it again next week.
Sounds good. Have maybe a dub next week as well.
Let's get another. Let's go 2-0.
Let's do it. Go 2-0. You got to go 1-0. So that'll wrap up our coverage here tonight. I want to make sure that I give a huge shout out to our K105 Digital Productions crew. We had a good crew tonight doing some good work. Your camera operator was Zach Jack, and your director was the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Simon Drain. Tonight's broadcast has also been brought to you in part by Doodah Hudson State Farm. Remember, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, but Doodah is there as well. So that'll wrap us up on a night where Grayson County picks up a 39-15 win against Edmonson County. For John Decker, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.
This is Grayson County Cougar football on K105. Tonight's Cougar football contest is sponsored by Future Designs Building Materials, Midway Pharmacy, Owensboro Health, Twin Lakes Medical Center, Scotty's Contracting, and Stone. Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your global getaway, and by Grayson County Schools.